Your stream will start shortly.
Okay.
Waiting for the broadcast to be published. My watch is on low battery. You are live!
Does it say we're live?
Apparently we're live.
Oh, okay, right, we're going. Well, that means we are actually going.
I've got the intro page. Do I switch it? I'm guessing, yeah?
Well, they'll hear us anyway, so you can give it a try, see what it's like.
Beauty.
People are now going to be joining. We'll see how it goes. I haven't received anything yet, but
No, it still says sourcing out final touches. Stream starting soon.
Yeah. There you go. It's switched. I can see it.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're going.
There we go.
Yes, we are all go. We are all ready, and we're all going.
Oh yes, let's go.
Perfect. So people are seeing us. We should all be good and ready to go. I'll change the thumbnail quickly, but boys, if you want to give an introduction, just what we're going to do today. It looks like we're all clear. We're looking all right. Everything's going. If you are joining us, we got 2 people watching us right now.
I think that's us too.
Probably, yeah. But hey.
So basically, if you're joining the stream right now, we'll be having Mikey listen.
Yep.
So he'll be up to date quick as he can, and us two, me and Ollie, will be watching it. So we'll be a bit behind, but we will be analysing the game, looking through what happens, and we'll just see our live reactions. Game kicks off in about 12 minutes time. So instant reaction. What is your team sheet thoughts?
Yeah, exactly.
To the lineup.
Yeah, Ward-Prowse playing right back. I literally just had a look at the team sheet now. Interesting one, that one. Seeing that, Ward-Prowse coming at the right back. What's your thoughts, Tiz? Because we did our match preview, which is still on our account if you want to go and have a look at it. But we all kind of said Valerie, who's been training. Is he going to play that? But it looks like Ward-Prowse is filling in. Did anyone say Ward-Prowse fill back? Hojberg, Romeo come in, sorry?
I said Romeo should come in, but I didn't put Ward-Prowse at right back. I had Ward-Prowse as an attacking midfielder because I think Valerie was seen in training. And unfortunately, it's turned out that he's not ready to start. So
yeah, it's true.
Yes, it's probably the smart call. Gineppo, though, he's the one that got the nod over Boufal, who scored just over a week ago. We didn't really predict that happening. What are your thoughts about that as well?
Well, I think my only worry with Gineppo is defensively we are incredibly weak down that right hand side, and I think Andrew Robertson and Oxlade-Chamberlain, they're probably going to have a slight field day down that left hand side. They're going to have fun, so it's important that Gineppo is like tracking back all the time. It's important that Romeo's coming across and helping Ward-Prowse, and Stevens is doing the same as well. And it's also important probably Shane Long staying switched on just in case Gineppo's too high up. Long can come in and cover at right midfield. I think it's going to be a proper like defensive display today. It will be if we are solid at the back, we have got a chance. If we're still making the mistake, if it's like the second half against Wolves, I think we're probably going to lose today. I think one website out there gave us an 8% chance of winning this game today. So it's always going to be a tough one, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a result today, an unlikely result.
Well, we say it's unlikely. Jurgen Klopp said us and Wolves, the 2 teams he doesn't want to play, and he's drummed up Ralph Hasenhuttl before the game, saying that he's the one that's deserved the manager of the month. So, what are the chances of us getting a result today?
You look at Liverpool's squad; it's pretty much full strength. I don't really see apart from Mane, everyone else is full strength. Chamberlain's not a bad player to bring in.
No.
Especially on that left wing, cutting inside on his right foot, he's got a very good shot on him as well. So
we've already got 1 dislike, boys. I don't know what's happened there.
That's disgraceful. That is.
That's not great, is it? We've already started going. We've got 3 people watching at the moment, and we've got 1 dislike. Fantastic. Come on, boys, sort that out.
So Fabinho's come out, I believe, and Oxlade-Chamberlain's come in. So I think Oxlade-Chamberlain will be occupying that right-hand side, maybe left-hand side. How much of a threat do you think that is? Because he normally plays in the centre, whereas now he might be in the more attacking role.
Yeah, I was surprised because Minamino's kind of been in and around that position, hasn't he? But he's put his faith into Oxlade-Chamberlain, an ex-Saints player coming back in. But we do know they've got good squad depth, really, don't we? They've got a good side there, and any player that's near that squad is going to be dangerous. That's the thing.
Yeah. So it's gonna be difficult, but if you look on the stream, we'll have the league tables, we'll have the scores, and also me and Ollie, they have a challenge against each other.
Oh, we do, yeah, that's true.
Remember, you have to be over 18 if you want to participate. Please do not gamble irresponsibly. But what is the challenge, Ollie?
It is okay. Well, this was just as an excuse, just to wait as I start going. Tizar tells me 10 minutes before we go live, let's have a little game and have an ACCA against each other to see who can do best. Or who can make a return. We'll see what happens. But basically, the breakdown is there's 2 from the top league, the Premier League, 2 from the Championship, 2 from League 1, and 2 from League 2. It's only 10p bet, so we're not going crazy. It is 10p. The maximum I think I'll get in if it comes in is about £8 because we're both broke uni students, and the last thing you really want to be doing when you're a broke uni student is starting putting big bets on. So it's a Weasley 10p. If it comes in, I get a grand total of £8.32, which will, it's not too much, but it's more for the fun. We're not actually looking to try and get anything out of it. So what are your 2 Premier League fixtures? Oh yeah, you don't know this, do you? You don't know who I've got. No, I've got Newcastle versus Norwich. I think Newcastle, especially at home, will get a result there. So I've gone for Newcastle there. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I think Bournemouth may start to turn it around now. I've gone for Bournemouth. Bournemouth at home. Like, they've been very up and down, but we do know that they can do well. So yeah, I think Bournemouth will get their result as well. Leeds versus Wigan. I think they've fallen behind. There will be a reaction there, and I think Leeds will get the result. West Brom as well. Again, I don't think it will happen again. I think there will be a reaction there. Both those teams will get wins there. And now League 1 and League 2. Admittedly, I take time to have a look at these results. So it is just people that are in good favour to win. So I've got Rotherham to win at home at a 1.8, and at Accrington Stanley at 1.65. And then going down to League 2, I've got Cheltenham and Mansfield that I've backed to win. So if they all come in, that is I think that's an 80 to 1. It's got to be an 8-fold ACCA, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, but it was only sprung upon me. So yeah, there we go. It is. Go on then, tell me.
So similar reasons to you, I start off the same, and I've backed Newcastle against Norwich. Norwich aren't a fantastic side. They've picked up a bit. They've got they had a good result against Bournemouth, but I think Newcastle at home is a different animal. And I think they're very good at getting those scrappy victories. West Ham against Brighton. I've backed West Ham. I've backed the home sides. They've got to pick up their results properly at some point. Brighton have been here and there. They've been quite an inconsistent side. So I've backed West Ham. Once again, I've started similar to you in the Championship. Leeds again. They fought back well against Millwall, 2-0 down to win 3-2. And West Brom against Luton, similar situation. West Brom haven't been in a fantastic state of form, and especially now Luton have, they've got a good win against Derby, but West Brom they need to pick up at some point if they're going to push for the playoffs, and that's where I've gone for the Championship. League 1, Rotherham versus Burton Albion. Burton Albion have been a solid team, but Rotherham top of the league at the moment. I've backed them. Grimsby. They've had a good result recently, 1-2 wins. Ian Holloway's at the helm as well. They've not had a great start to the season, but I've backed them. And Windsor versus Exeter, Owen Doyle's returns, their goal machine. So I think he'll come back in a bag. And I think for me, 10p, £19.58 returns. That's about 194-ish to 1. Yeah. So it's quite long odds, but if a few of those teams
fair enough. Nearing up to kick-off now. We've got about 7 people in the chat at the moment. Let us know what you want to see, how you feeling, predictions, all those things. Drop them down in the chat and get involved. We've got plenty on there. We've got our live scores, league table, so keep an eye on that. And then Yeah, you got the lineup. Well, I say prediction is the real lineup there as well. You can see the actual lineup there as well, and score as well. So Mikey's going to have to keep up to date and keep that score up to date. But yeah, we will be here for the full 2 hours. I'm going to now quickly run away and get myself a coffee, but we'll be back straight away for the 3 o'clock kickoff, and we'll be ready to report as it goes along. So yeah, stick with us. If you Mikey's going to be listening to it on the radio, so he can keep most up to date and tell us how it's going at the current period of time. Me and Tiz will give the analysis after and have a look. A bit like in the press boxes, like Tizard knows from his football journalism. We're going to be watching the replays. We're going to be, we can explain it. So yeah, 7 people on the chat. Drop down in the message. Give some chats. Have some things to talk about. We'll answer some questions and things like that. 9 people now. It's picking up now. We're getting closer to kickoff. Hope people are enjoying it. And yeah, we'll get closer to kickoff. I am now going to run away. Tiz, can you fill in and keep going for me?
Yep, sure thing.
Right, I'm going to run away. Back in a sec.
Is Mikey here?
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm here.
You're still here. So
I'm still here.
Looking at the kickoff, Leicester v Chelsea, 2-2. Rudiger. Did he get a double? Did you say?
Yeah, Antonio Rudiger scored twice for Chelsea. I think Harvey Barnes and Ben Chilwell, 2 Leicester Academy graduates, also scored in that game as well. It did seem like a very end-to-end game. It looked like Chelsea probably dominated it slightly, but yeah, it was quite a good result for us because, you know, if we are looking in that direction of a Champions League football, you know.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for right now.
There you go. Still got 8 people on the chat. Nearing kickoff now, so we're getting. If people want to drop some questions or drop your reactions, how confident are you feeling? Got to be the best runs of form we've been in for a long, long time. Can you see us getting a result, or is it going to be a very difficult game like we expect it to be? Let us know, and drop some likes as well. It's we haven't done the what's it called? We haven't done one of these live streams before the game goes. So let us know if you're enjoying it. Drop a like because I am very annoyed that one person disliked it.
And or I think it might be a Liverpool fan. I've seen someone in the chat say you'll never walk alone.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I think that must be the Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Also, if you want to subscribe, you'll see your name pop up on the screen as well.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
We're trying to get to 100. We are still quite far away, but every single one counts.
Yeah,
how long's the kick-off now? Under a minute.
Under a minute, okay.
Under a minute.
You'll Never Walk Alone is playing over the Tannoy system at Anfield at the moment. This is the loudest part of Anfield, and then it goes dead quiet, seeing it.
Roundabout. Yeah, if there's any Liverpool fans watching, that doesn't help our like to dislike ratio. you drumming them up there. What are the 3 o'clock kickoffs?
There's an interesting. Braut Haaland for Borussia Dortmund has scored again.
Really?
Yeah. So he's having an incredible start back there. Bayern Munich are currently 3-0 up in 26 minutes against Mainz. So you know there's another result. Probably Bayern going to win that too. I mean, I tried to find a way of just getting Premier League results on that live score. There is no way, so we're just gonna go with this.
We got all of them. Me and Ollie need to keep up to date with all 4 leagues due to our.
Yeah, I know. We got a challenge. I'm trying to not drive my doing too many things at the time, but trying to check the live chat on here and try and watch the game at the same time. Like my internet might explode. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we should be away now, aren't we?
Has it kicked off?
I think so. Mikey, have you got the commentary up?
I have got the commentary.
Okay, awesome. If you can keep us up to date, if you can do your best, don't do an impersonation, but if you can.
I won't do a Jamie. Don't you worry, mate.
Yeah, if you could. Okay, so we're live. We're away. Yeah, if you can give us a relay of information, what Blackmore and Merrington are telling us on the airwaves, and because me and Tizard will be a bit behind.
We are underway, boys.
Final score predictions for the game then. We've said it on the podcast. But let's have it for the live stream. What are you thinking?
Yeah, actually, predictions. How are you feeling? How confident are you? Go on, drop us a...
1-0. Why not?
I'm more confident in this game than when we played Wolves. I'll say that.
You are a strange man, honestly.
Well, I said against Leicester that we'd win. and I'm not saying we're going to win today, but I'm more confident in this game than against Wolves. Because Wolves are just that tricky side. Lots of teams struggle against them, and that's why I was concerned. And quite clearly, my concern was correct due to the fact that I think that's one of the only games we've lost in recent times.
Yeah.
But, so other games, Watford v Everton. That's another relegation battle. Newcastle v Norwich, West Ham, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, and Bournemouth, Aston Villa. Those are the Premier League fixtures at the moment.
So, Mikey, keep us up to date. What's going on then, mate?
It's just really Liverpool nearly got them behind with Salah. Basically, yeah, it does seem like it's just going to be the way that the game's going to be played. Is Liverpool are always going to be on the front foot. We're always going to be looking to try and grab.
So I'm just watching it now. I will be about 30 seconds behind, but I'll keep, I'll do my best to try and keep you up to date on what I'm seeing. Mikey, if you can give us if there's a big highlight or something of real importance, then I'll have a look and make sure to tell us, and I'll see. Oh, good chance there. That's it. So, oh, maybe not. Just seeing. Okay, so this is the Salah chance. Oh, there you go. Can we run through the team sheet as well quickly? Is that all right for?
What both team sheets? Do you want to see?
Yeah, just quickly, Tiz, if you can run through the team sheets. And Mikey, can you keep up to date with the live chat? If there's anything that comes in, keep us informed.
Will do.
Yeah, all right.
So obviously in goal we started Alex McCarthy, probably the first name of the team sheet nowadays, apart from Danny Ings. James Ward-Prowse plays at right back with the two centre back partnership of Jack Stevens and Jan Bednarek. Left back Ryan Bertrand. The two CDA captain Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in interest from Tottenham, and Oriol Romeu, another player that could have left during the window. Wingers are Gineppo and Resman with the strike force of Ings, and Shane Long, who makes his 200th appearance for the club.
Oh, nice.
On the bench, Angus Gunn, Kevin Danso, Yannick Vestergaard, Wolf Smallbone makes it on the bench this afternoon.
Interesting.
Sofiane Buffon, Michael Obafemi, and Che Adams.
Okay, there we go. And quickly run through the Liverpool side as well, just so.
So for Liverpool, we've got Alisson Becker, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Alexander Arnold,
Definitely.
Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, and Robertson making.
That's quite a defensive, scary defence, isn't it? Really.
So I said that Fabinho was out. Sorry, it was Divock Origi that came out for Ajax Oxlade-Chamberlain because
right,
Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum make up the three-man midfield with Chamberlain, Salah, and Firmino in the attack.
You can tell when Tizard's looking at something else other than the call because his thing just goes mental. Like I think he's lagging out a bit. Dropping a little bit for me. Is that just me?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
On the bench for the Reds is Adrian, Lovren, Keita, Minamino, Lallana, Origi, and Matic.
There you go. Gineppo just getting in behind there, but slightly offside. Liverpool with a good line. But the ball coming over and Gineppo. But the high press already, you're seeing it. Us pressing Fabinho there, just in defensive midfield, and we get the ball. Trent puts the ball down line, and we actually hook onto it. Shane Long's actually in front of it. Brought down by Trent? No, not called.
So we've seen Salah almost getting behind. Is that a main concern? Is he the main player that you're worried about, or is it? Is it Firmino?
He's on a good run of form, isn't he?
Chamberlain? Yeah.
Well, we play an incredibly high line. I think we're going to try and catch Liverpool offside today and try and prevent that long ball. But Liverpool aren't afraid of just whacking the ball forwards and looking for Salah, Firmino and Chamberlain in behind, because that just puts pressure on our defence to try and turn around, and especially with Ward-Prowse at right back, not exactly the most experienced right back out there, so he could be exploited today.
Robertson trying to keep the ball in and puts it, basically keeps it in but puts it in the path of Ward-Prowse. It still seems quite strange seeing Ward-Prowse marking Oxlade-Chamberlain in that corner. It's quite a strange thing. But there we go. Shane Long battling there, offside unfortunately.
The question is, if you look at Chamberlain and you look at Zaha, how much difference is there in quality? I'm not going to say that he's got a much harder job today. Zaha's a dangerous winger.
I think he has got a harder job. Because Zaha is one player, and he will. You know that you can double up on him and taking that position away. There was periods where we gave players free shots in the Crystal Palace game, but against Liverpool, if they get a chance, they'll take it. So you can't bring an extra player to mark or help Ward-Prowse because you're dragging away from, the top class players in Europe, really. So it's here we go. I'm just watching Liverpool pulling away here. Gineppo getting the wrong side and just pulling him down. Kind of needless foul, really. Well, he was away and he was on danger, but it's he's always going to go down there. It's always going to be a foul. He's basically just pulled his arm and put him to the floor.
To be fair to Mikey, that was sort of what he said during the podcast, that offensively Gineppo's a great player, but defensively he's not that disciplined, and that is the main concern from that bit. So maybe Ward-Prowse at that right wing position might have been a better option, but we're defending a set piece here. We're not brilliant. You see Van Dijk lining up. We've got Robertson. For him, that's a poor cross.
Yeah, it is actually. He is actually probably disappointed with that. Oh yeah. Mikey, can you give us any updates? How many people have we got?
Oh, we've got 20 people currently viewing, which is
brilliant. Yeah,
nice.
It's good. Anyone dropping any comments or anything?
Just 2 Liverpool supporters, so that's
brilliant. Okay, great.
Often, to be fair.
Yeah, well, as long as if you just want to hear commentary of it and you're not gonna.
I mean, one of them has said Minamito, come on. So I think that is.
6 minutes in.
To be fair, I am quite worried about Minamito coming off the bench, because you look at some of the performances he has had. He does look like a dangerous player.
He does look good.
So
I haven't seen that much for Liverpool. Maybe for Red Bull Salzburg, he's done quite well. But for Liverpool, he's been quite quiet. But then
he's only been there a month.
That's what I mean. He's just come to the league, so it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult to judge him at this point.
Definitely, yeah.
It's more Divock Origi that concerns me. That he's got. I remember when he scored a hat trick against us in that League Cup
6-1
round. 6-1. That was almost as bad as 9-0 against Leicester. But let's not talk about the negatives. Let's look more positively.
But it really shows something, the fact that there are some people that generally think we will get a result here today. When we'll get, I feel we can get a draw or a win.
Yeah. And
people saying, am I the only one who thinks we're going to do them today? Like, that's incredible how far we've actually come now, isn't it? Who are they, 19 points off the lead? Ooh. Yeah. We're just having a foul here. Bednarak goes in for the ball. Their studs are up, but he is going for the ball. Catches Henderson on the ankle. He's gone down. Was it called a foul, Tiz?
Yeah, it was called a foul. Did he get a booking, or he might have escaped?
I think he escaped a booking. Yeah.
The referee's foul. But once again, we can't concede free kicks in these sorts of areas. That is one of the concerns. No. I know they've not put it in at this point. You see Robertson at the left hand side. He's tried to make a run there, but no one's picked him up. Thankfully now James Ward-Prowse makes that recovery. But it is.
There you go. Ward-Prowse coming down the line now as well, looking for the pass. Goes down line. It looks like Shano is going. Shane Long's just put Van Dijk to the floor. Damn. Well, we are using that pressing style. You can see Danny Ings close on Alisson and Becker there. And then we're pressing the defensive midfielders. Trent having to go down line, and now Bednarak wins the ball. The press is working. It's obviously going to be less effective against Liverpool, but it is still coming to effect, and we have gained the ball. Sloppy pass from Redmond down the left there, trying to play it down. Bednarak going over to the right to cover. Salah cuts inside. It's gone across the ball. Oh my lord! It came close to who was that? Firmino on the inside, but it's collected back upside by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Robertson near the edge finds Salah. 1-2 comes to and it's cleared by Gineppo.
We've got our first Premier League goal of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Watford have just taken the lead against Everton. Messinia with the goal.
Do you know who's put it in?
Messinia, I think. Maybe I've got no idea, mate.
Go on, fill us in.
Yeah, Messinia.
Okay.
I don't know any more than that. It's literally just popped up.
Yeah.
So the Nigel Pearson revolution continues against Carlo Ancelotti, 2 great managers of the game. And
they're slightly different, aren't they?
Watford, though, they're really putting away from the relegation battle. Against us, they went 1-0 down, but they lost, and he thought.
Mikey, are you keeping us up to date with what's going on the stream? Because I've just seen we've gone up to 60.
You what? You might just.
Do you want me to repeat it? We've just gone up to 61 subscribers. Are you keeping up to people subscribing in chat?
Mate, no one's subscribed yet. Not yet, anyway.
No, we've gone up to 61.
We started on 57 today, so thank you very much.
There we go.
Nothing's come up. Honestly, nothing's come up.
No.
Ugandan Knuckles, he's commented, Boufal deserves more playing time in the right system. He would be so damn wicked.
He would be. He is a very good player. So what was the username?
Ugandan Knuckles.
Okay, Ugandan Knuckles. Which what position would you like to? Would you prefer him to see getting in today?
We paused that for a second. That should have been a back pass, in my opinion. I don't know if we've seen it, but Robertson's passed that straight back to Allison. He's tried to shield the ball out, and it's not going. And somehow the referee hasn't seen that. Kevin Friend, I believe it is. So that's disappointing. And now they've just won a corner up the other end. That could be dangerous. But looking back at the Boufal, let's go back to that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think he should get more minutes?
We definitely know he's got talent, don't we? That's the thing. We know he's a class player and he can make an impact at certain times. It's whether A, you can get the consistency, and B, you can get the work rate.
Yeah,
that's the difference, isn't it?
And in this system, that's what you need. You need people that are going to work, because otherwise it won't work.
He said he'd like to see him converted as a striker next to Danny Ings.
Really?
I don't know how that would work. Yeah, it would be interesting to see Boufal play up front, but I think he's a bit more. If we change the system, I would put Boufal at attacking midfield, because I think we've done that a couple of times before. We pulled off.
I tell you where he would be perfect, and I know it probably wouldn't, but in a 4-2-3-1, if a target man up front and you had two wingers and a cam, the kind of fluid 4-2-3-1 that we saw under someone like Koeman and late Pochettino, the fact where you have those two fluid attacking midfielders. You think Boufal coming out wide to try and create the space, and then coming inside as well in that number 10. I think that would be the position that he would fall in perfectly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one reason he doesn't quite fit, because he was brought into a manager to probably fulfil that system. And you got to say to Ralph, he has to pick the players that play best in his system. And for Boufal, he's not too much of a hard worker, and he's not too much. To be fair, I say he's not a great winger, but Ralph calls them number 10s.
Yeah.
Nice bit of feet from Gineppo there. Doesn't he? He calls them number 10s, and they do cut inside. So Redmond and Armstrong have succeeded in that role. So you'd say Boufal would hopefully succeed in that role as well.
Do you see Boufal more of a luxury player? That's the problem. We don't have the room for a luxury player, and he's someone who's hot and cold. I don't mind giving him that freedom, but the problem is that luxury sort of Ozil sort of plays that role for Arsenal when he does play.
Yeah,
and he hasn't been that successful this season with that sort of accolades.
I think it's a very fair comparison, just because Ozil on his day can be absolutely class and be a complete game changer, and that's pretty much if you had to. Unlucky from Will Presser. If you had to compare Boufal, you'd probably say that that's a very good comparison. The fact that they can Ozil's amazing at picking passes, and Boufal's brilliant skills and individual brilliance, but sometimes you don't get that full consistency from him, especially in this period. It's not to say that he can't. It's just at this moment, both Boufal and Ozil aren't really firing on all cylinders at the moment. So
I say hello to Saints FC Vlogs. He's just popped up in the chat. And yet, Boufal's goal against West Brom just sort of shows how good he is, and how good he can be. It's just that he's so on and off. It's a bit like, and I think when he has come on, you've seen Boufal come on, and he's just had a free role. He's not really played on one of the wings. It has been like him coming inside, really making an effect on the team. I think that's good. Did both of you have West Brom down as West Brom have just taken the lead against Luton.
Oh, nice.
So,
Ugandan Knuckles has got back.
The way you said, sorry. Yeah, you go.
Okay, I was just going to say Ugandan Knuckles got back in. Oh my god, do you remember that goal against West Brom? I was about to say West Brom. Wow, amazing goal. That was a goal. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I mean, that got goal of the season, didn't it? And rightly so.
Yeah, and goal of the decade too.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Wait, was that our one, or was that
I still haven't watched that video. It's too long.
Which one's that?
2 hours. You know the video on YouTube on the Southampton channel.
Oh right, yeah.
The 100 top goals of the decade. I need to watch it at some point, but I've just not had 2 hours.
Well, it's a bit of a plug, but we did our own goal of the decade, didn't we? If you remember,
It's
quite a while ago.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go and have a look. I can't remember which episode it was,
go
but it would
find
be
it.
on. Don't leave right now. Hang around for the Ward-Prowse free kick comes in. Oh, Shane Long, is he offside? Flicks it on, but it doesn't really get there. Was it offside? Yeah, it was. They kept their line hard.
So any Baggies fans watching saying it was an own goal by Donovan Daniels.
Yeah.
To take the lead against Luton.
Well, fair play. There we go. How are we looking there, Mikey? How many people we got on there? Any more comments?
Just you got a knuckle saying that Buffal reminds him of a young Adel Taarabt in that way.
Yes. That's actually such a good comparison.
That is a very good comparison.
That's really good, yeah. Because I saw someone on football Twitter put a highlight of Taarabt, and you look at individually, if you cut his like brilliant moment, he looks like a Ronaldinho.
He looks like a Ballon d'Or contender.
Yeah. But there was a period when he joined and he did set the Premier League alight for 2 or 3 months, and then just kind of dipped away.
That's the problem with a lot of our signings over the last couple of years. They have been good for the first couple of months, and then they've just not done anything for the rest of it.
No, it's true.
So, we've not looked out. We haven't been outplayed so far this game. I'd say it's been pretty even. If anything, we've been more in their half. But once again, Liverpool, they do possess the danger to hit you at any point. That is a very big worry as a Saints fan at this current stage.
Sorry, boys, just got a refill of the coffee.
You know that Liverpool need one chance, and then they're pretty much there. Like that. That is the problem.
Yeah.
It is tough.
Trent crossing there comes. It just drags a little bit wide, but does make sure McCarthy's on his toes just to make sure it doesn't creep in. He had to check, but yeah. Goal kick. Redmond kind of getting in the muddle here with who's that? Bertrand gets it back, but Liverpool dispossess. Bednarek with a header doesn't reach anyone. Liverpool back in control. It seems like when we get on possession, we are going to take advantage of it when we can. It's going to be a difficult one. We knew that coming in. Is there any other live scores while we're going along?
No other Premier League ones. There's a couple in the Championship. Fulham have gone 2-up against Huddersfield. Huddersfield having a very poor season this year.
Put them in.
Bristol City are leading QPR at the moment too. Walsall are beating Crewe, and Oxford are drawing with Blackpool. Those are the latest ones. Uganda Knuckles then got. What do you think about Cedric joining Arsenal on loan in the summer as a free agent, and also Ramsey deserving a chance in the first team?
I don't know. Well, Tiz, you're quite up to date with the under-23s. How do you feel about Ramsey? Is he ready for the team yet? What do you reckon?
I'd say if he's making the squad, I'd say so. But there's a reason why he's played 2 games for us and then didn't come back. I think he does need those couple of loan moves, and that might be what makes him. That's what Tottenham have done with Danny Rose, when Kyle Walker was there, and now Kyle Walker Peters as well. He just might need those couple of loan moves, and it'll be interesting to see, especially now if Kyle Walker Peters doesn't stay. Will Jan Valery fill in, or will we get a new one?
Yeah,
a new
that's
right
true.
back. That's the main question.
That's the thing, isn't it? And go back to the Cedric point. How would you guys feel about Cedric leaving? We kind of had a little preview on it. We had a clip from our latest podcast episode, so you can we had a 10-minute talk about it, but we can talk about it now while the game's going, because it is it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment as Will Prowse clears it into Rose Head.
I'm happy.
Ramsey's not starting for Shrewsbury today, but I don't know if that's he's just moved there. But they play with 3 centre backs and wing backs, I think, so he might be playing that right wing back which will help his development for us, because that's sort of how our right and left backs play.
Quite a scrappy game so far. So we'll go back to the question. Cedric kind of leaving. We've obviously tried to cash in now while he still has some value. Wages off the books. It does interest me, the fact that Walker Peters pretty much went through as soon as Cedric seemed like he was off. So, and you've got to say as well, Cedric. Oh, that's a handball. Oh, close from Salah. Hits his arm. I think we'll see a replay. But it's bouncing down really. I'll give you a commentary. Trent basically putting it long, and Firmino I think wins the header. Salah touch out wide. Ward-Prowse gets a block, but I think I think it hit Salah's arm on the way here. My mistake is Oxlade-Chamberlain, who hit his shoulder, really. Hits Salah's chest/arm, gets the touch out wide. Ward-Prowse gets a block on it, to be fair, and takes it wide. But I think that should probably either be a handball or...
well, if it's his shoulder, that's not handball. So
they look like two in the build-up now because But it'd be interesting. How does VAR work in this decision? If they've handballed it and it hasn't been picked up in the build-up, and they get a corner, it's better to knock it out for a corner because then it won't get cancelled out. When the ball's gone back in play, then that's when everything resets. Because that's the thing. Like if Salah has handballed that to control it and they've won a corner from that, does that get checked?
No. So I think there was an incident in the Women's World Cup last summer where the US got a corner. It wasn't a corner. They scored from the corner, but VAR couldn't do anything about it. Because the only reason why VAR is used is for red cards, mistaken identity, penalties, and goals. So because it's like a new phase of play, because it's a corner, it doesn't. That's not how it works. It doesn't count.
See, that's the disappointing thing, that if you know how dangerous Liverpool are from corners. If we lost the game because the handball didn't get called or whatever, and the referee can't even have a look just to. Because if there's an offside in the build-up, surely a handball in the build-up can...
That's how Spurs... well, no, because it's a different phase of play. This is the thing, because it's not like they've handballed it and then gone on the counter-attack and we can't do anything about it. We've had time to reset and sort of get ourselves back together for the corner. So that's the reason why it doesn't affect it. But Spurs... It also happened to Spurs a couple of weeks ago against Liverpool. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. 21 minutes now, still a stalemate at the moment. Shane Long, instead of trying to go up for the header, basically pushes Van Dijk and just go, get out of the way. And Shane O not looking happy at the moment. But it is a tight game. I wouldn't say there's been too many. The biggest chance of the game has probably been Salah's touch to... bit of possession, one back. Shane Long now gets it back out to Gineppo out wide, who's Henderson gets behind the ball, and now it's back to our centre backs. Stevens just on the edge of the circle, cuts back now back to Bednarak, but now Liverpool now initiating their press. Bit of a short ball to McCarthy, who had to get there pretty snappy, and who was that? Bertrand couldn't win the header back to Liverpool for a throw-in. But yeah, what were we talking about there? Sorry, just before.
It's just about VAR, but it just came off of the screen there that Romain's making his first start, I believe.
Oh, Danny Ings in, a cross goal, and that very close chance there. That was a very good. I'll try and explain that to you. Ball comes in through. Danny Ings gets down the line, tries to square it, and now Liverpool away. I'll cover back to that. But now Oxlade-Chamberlain's coming down the left, cuts it back inside to Firmino, who gets it out of his feet. Henderson, touch, shot, blocked. Well done. Now we've got possession, but it's given away again. But Gineppo wins the second ball. It comes back out to Ward-Prowse. He goes back down line. Redmond now on the ball. Turns out and comes inside. Finds Romeo with outside of the foot.
Keeping the ball now.
Yeah, and now, it calms down now.
Romeo, if you look at him, what do you think in the summer? What's going to happen? Because he's only started the first time since the.
Should we talk about that opportunity first? Just because that was probably again biggest chance we've had for Southampton.
It's a bit of a half chance though, wasn't it? There was no real. There wasn't really a shot.
But that's definitely the. It's not a shot, but we did get down the line there. I think it's Danny Ings that the edge of the ball got down the edge of the line and tries to get it across goal, but Van Dijk, an outstretched leg, stops it from getting in the centre. Probably the best opportunity we've had so far, and then Liverpool, as we know, snap and go straight down the other end as Bednarak wins a header, but puts it straight to the feet of Henderson. Goes down the line now. Trent in, but yeah, he said, all right, so Romeo in the summer. What was your thoughts?
What do you think's going to happen? Because he's only started one game since November, and that's today. What's his mindset behind it as well? Do you think he'll be pushing for the move when he's got a whole summer to try and move on to another challenge?
Well, the Cedric move came about because it came up and am I still okay?
Yep.
Sorry, I just did a bit of it. Yeah, the Cedric move came about but notified to the player, and he said he wanted to further his career and do it. So he'll have a discussion in pre-season, or we'll have a discussion at the end of the season once we reach what was it 40 points that he said transfer discussion?
36.
36.
36. His
That's
and
when...
other people's contract as well.
Yeah, so it's not just going to be transfer discussions. It's going to be if players want to stay around for next season.
His contract expires next season. At the end of next season. So
we've only got one more year of him.
Yeah.
So sorry, that sounded a bit harsh, didn't it? Only one more year. No, he is a valuable player, but again, it's fluid enough. Big chance for Liverpool. Player brought down. Who was that? Wijnaldum. Cuts inside, kind of drags the shot, but Henderson finding a bit of space slips it through, and they get a shot away, but it kind of dribbles. McCarthy can pick it up. 25 minutes in, and Liverpool couple of half chances. We've had one half chance, but in terms of good chances, we haven't had really one big one. As Shane Long can't win that header. It's going to be a challenge for him today, but he's got to keep persevering and keep working on those mistakes. Romeu, is he fluid enough for the system? What do you guys think?
He's good for a one-off, two-off game, but I think for a whole season, there's definitely better options out there. I'd happy have him as a squad player, but for his sake, he's probably got to move on at the end of the season.
Gineppo's just gone close. He's just curled a shot, and Alisson's made a fantastic save from it. So keep that on your screens, and you can analyse that.
We'll do a bit of commentary up to it then. Stevens down line, Gineppo's picked up the ball. It's gone down line to Shane Long. He's offside. I think we're a little bit behind you, Mike, though, when I see it.
That happened a little while ago. This is why I'm trying to stay quiet, because everything that's happening. Currently, there's only one goal in the Premier League so far, with Watford beating Everton in the Championship. Forest are 1-up against Birmingham. What teams have you done? What teams have you done?
Leeds and West Brom I've gone for.
So Leeds are still drawing 0-0 with Wigan. West Brom are 1-0 up against Luton in League One. What?
I'm not sure. I can't remember who I did for League One.
Fantastic.
If you say it,
I don't want to go through all of them. There's a lot of fixtures.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think we've got a couple of messages. Mikey, can you keep it?
So there must be a reason. Well, you were all talking. There must be a reason why Boufal's staying here at Southampton. I think Ralph has got plans after the winter break to really operate him in his style. And also Smallbone and Jake Vokins coming through the academy as well. They're going to be two good players to look out for. On Jake Vokins, with Ryan Bertrand not having any cover, do you think Jake Vokins, if Bertrand gets booked or suspended or injured, will Jake Vokins step up into that left back role?
No, I think Walker Peters will slide in, and then maybe a right back if Jan Valery's fully fit. I think Jan Valery will step in at that position.
But I think the board will be saying, how close is Vokins to trying to get in the first team, really. Just seeing the highlight again of this chance, Van Dijk with the outstretched leg just stops it there. Have you seen this highlight of Gineppo curling Wantes?
Yes, it's a pretty it's not a tamer. The one that curls straight at Alisson, who's just palmed it out for safety. Maybe he should have caught it, but you don't want to risk those sort of ones. So once again, it's a half chance, to be honest. I can't say I was getting off my seat, maybe because Mikey already told me that it didn't go in, so that probably is the main reason. But we're pressing them well, and I know they're well drilled in their passing style. You look at them, the confidence that Joe Gomez and Van Dijk have, but they do make mistakes. If you keep forcing them, they will make 1, 2 in a game, and that's when we've got to counter their chances.
That's true. Robertson down the left now in a bit of space, takes the cross early. To be fair, he had all of the byline for his, really. He was past Ward-Prowse. I'm surprised he didn't take a little closer there. He took that early cross trying to find the middle, but
West Ham have just taken the lead against Brighton at home.
Oh, really?
That's one ticked off at the moment.
There's just a deal with a goal.
Danny Ings beats his man. Brilliant challenge from Robertson to dispossess him, though. That's a little play. You can see how confident Liverpool are on the ball. In training when you're doing the 1-2s with a man in the middle, they're just playing it round. It's almost like they're doing it with their eyes closed, really. Like, some of the times they just split into, into autopilot just winning. McCarthy has to tip over a shot there. I think it must have taken a deflection, Oxlade-Chamberlain's shot, but McCarthy did have to make sure, so put it over. Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, just might have taken a deflection there from Gineppo.
Yeah, big deflection from Gineppo. McCarthy has to make sure.
He's done well there since his free kick that he's given since he gave away. He's done a good few challenges in that final third.
To be fair, he's got a good slide tackle and a couple of good blocks in him, but it's just his recovery. When he's running from recovery, he will be too eager, and I think in the Premier League, if they feel that contact, the players will go down. It will get called. I think that's the difference. If you actually have a look at his, he's put a decent slide challenge in. Van Dijk, oh my god, and again McCarthy. Sorry, I'll explain what's going on. I'm just watching it because it's been hectic at the moment. Another chance. Oh my god, and Firmino's gone down. Are we going to see anything there?
It's a possible penalty.
Possible penalty that's going to be called. It has gone out. So let's describe what just happened there. Absolute carnage. Liverpool with 3, if not 4 chances there. We'll have a look. But this is the main penalty shout. The fact that who is it? Henderson gets down the box.
Shane Long's the one who put in a challenge on Firmino.
Yeah, he's
Firmino
pulled down Firmino pretty much. It's going to be called. It's going to be looked at VAR. So like I said. Henderson pretty much on the byline gets it across. Shane Long has just got the wrong side of Firmino and just.
Ref says
really?
No.
Ref says no. It is a throw-in. Wow, there we go. Well, can we describe what happened in there? There was quite a few chances
for me, he's just pulled his shoulders down, and I've seen them give him.
I think Firmino's gone down after he's realised that the ball's going over his head, and he's just trying to win something as Fulham go 3-0 up against Huddersfield now.
Well, it is. If you can give us another, so that was the latest chance. I'll give you a description now. I think Salah really deep finds, is that Van Dijk at the back post, and comes across, gets it on his right, and tries to back heel it across goal. If that went in and scored against us, oh my god, I would have gone mental. But yeah. I think, it's real strange that Van Dijk went up there to try and get the challenge. But as we said, I say that now, Redmond now running at the defence, Shane Long making the run, and Van Dijk clears up. But it is a corner. So now we are making them work. We're making them... Van Dijk not happy, shouting at his defence there that, it's been too much.
He's had to come across there.
Come
across to the other side, and Shane Long unlucky there. Not to benefit.
With that little wink. Did you?
Space.
It's a shame Mikey didn't see that because Shane Long giving that little wink could have sent him over the edge. But there was quite a few chances there for Liverpool. There was quite a few there. Van Dijk obviously had that one where he backheeled it across. Then I think it fell to Salah, which McCarthy had to jump down and kind of spread himself to cover and make sure that nothing got on the end of it. Well done, Ward-Prowse. And then there was another bit. Henderson picks up the pieces, go down, and that's where their penalty shout was. So three kind of big half chances there for Liverpool, but definitely putting on the pressure. It's 32 minutes at the moment, so we've got a bit of time before the second half, or half time rather. But Robertson just with a throw in at the moment on this side. It's been a busy game, but there's not been too many big chances either way. It's been quite scrappy. I think with both teams pressing, it's nice play from Shane Long, a chest and then play down to Danny Ings. Takes on Robertson, gets him on the inside, back on the outside, goes for the nutmeg, but Robertson catches it in time. It is a corner though, so it's a corner out on this right-hand side as we're watching it.
So far, Liverpool have had 71% possession of the ball. 6 shots to our 2, 4 shots on target to our 1, 5 corners to our 2.
What's that? Have we got?
That is a subscriber, Balde Mwandu Aliu. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice. Did we get a picture that came up?
Yeah, we did get a picture come up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Wait, who was it? Because I can't remember.
It was Obafemi, mate. It was Obafemi.
Oh, nice. There you go.
That's
Liverpool have also had 4 times the amount of passes that we've managed to complete. So it's. It's only slightly dominant.
Anything else in the chat, Mikey? Is there anything going on?
Ugandan Knuckles also subscribing too. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice. Cheers, man. Thanks for that, mate. So how many viewers are we looking at? How many people have we got there?
12 so far at the moment.
12 people. That's all right. That's pretty good. If you are enjoying, make sure you give it a like, just because I want to reinitiate the balance in this thing. But if you are enjoying it, make sure you do drop a like just to. It takes you 10 seconds. It just does show the support on on the stream just while watching it. We are trying to do our best to try and relay what is actually happening at the moment as we're going along. Have a little chat about Saints as well, as it is a Saints watch along as well. But there are any Liverpool fans watching as well. We'll try and keep a. We might be a little bit biased, but we'll give our best effort to tell what is happening at the current period.
It's all just, I'll keep you
as a nice bit of possession. Lovely play. I'll explain after. I just see Redmond with the shot, drags it wide. Nice little bit of interlinking play there. Ward-Prowse picking it up just inside the Liverpool half. Plays it inside to Danny Ings, who gives the 1-2. Ward-Prowse doing a nice little turn, finds Redmond. There's an overlap which gives Redmond a half a yard of space and has a shot. And I think Højbjerg was pretty annoyed that he didn't slip it in. Because Trent was split in two ways, really. It was either block the shot or mark the overlap. Redmond chose to have the shot. It didn't end up on target, but with confidence with that Crystal Palace goal, he's going to be trying his luck, isn't he, from that area?
Kick, though. He's got a corner from that
we've been asked about the goalkeeping situation, because of course McCarthy's coming towards his 30s. Angus Gunn hasn't really made an appearance since the 9-0. So
Shane Long inside in the box.
How would you see like the goalkeeper situation next season? Do you think we should look for one in the summer? Do you think we should try and keep developing Angus Gunn?
I think Gunn's got to step in at some point. I think that's what it's got to be. Bertrand and Henderson having a chat with the referee. Little handshake there and a little tap on the shoulders.
So if we could get a goalkeeper in the summer, would you want to replace Angus Gunn or not? Thank you.
If we made our money back, I'd say yes. But I think he's the future. He's shown that he's a good goalkeeper in the Championship.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And Championship, it's the difference in quality for goalkeepers. You still got to face similar level of shots, and if anything, more shots. More games.
It is more internet, and there is a lack of. Sometimes it is, and that's why most people will really enjoy watching the Championship, especially the playoffs. A silly challenge there from Romeu there, coming through the back of shouts and frustration, just clips the back of Oxlade-Chamberlain. Stupid challenge on the edge of the box. Referee gets in the way and he basically tries to recover, basically gets the back of Oxlade-Chamberlain's leg. And now it is a free kick to Liverpool, probably, what do you say it is, 20, 21 yards?
It's just outside the box. Trent maybe
it's not
over the top of it.
So like I say, it's about 3 or 4 yards outside of the penalty. But yeah, left to centre. So if he does get a bit of curl on it, there is a chance for him to get it up and down. So it is quite a big chance here. Nothing before half time. You want to try and keep it tidy before we do go into the half. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But what were you talking before? Sorry, it's quite easy to get distracted.
And just about Angus Gunn. Gunn, how he still has a future at the club. It's just the fact that a lot of fans have sort of written him off already, which I think is slightly harsh.
It's like the suggestion was Albon Lafont coming in, the guy from Toulouse. Yeah, is he still at Toulouse?
I think he's at He may be at Florentino. I might be wrong.
I'll give it a quick look.
And I've got to be honest, I've got no idea.
No, I can't. To be honest, yeah, I can't give too much of a. I can't give too much of an opinion, to be honest, because I don't really play.
Yeah, no, I think he's on loan at Nantes. At the moment.
Right. Okay.
From Florentina, so yeah. Came through. Toulouse. This is as live as we possibly can get it. So. Yeah. Bournemouth has just taken the lead against Aston Villa. Philip Billing with. I think.
I said that, didn't I? Yeah, I said.
I don't know if your bet.
Well, to be fair, I've got I've got the game on my phone, and I've got on the laptop. I've got you guys. I'm talking to you lot, so I can't really get the what's it called, the bet up as we go along. I'll have a look at it at half time then. We defend the corner. Ward-Prowse pressing high. Now Redmond works hard on Robertson, but it does go back line. They have escaped the press now. Trent cuts inside on his favoured right foot, and Bednarek has to defensively clear the header, and free kick for us. Trent not happy with the call. He's just saying it shoulder to shoulder, but Bertrand, the experience there, taking the foul, just getting his back across, and when Trent goes into the shoulder, well, what hits his shoulder, it's really his back, so Bertrand can't just take the pressure off with the free kick. You got to say that's the experience, and although he's He's probably a prime, if not coming down to the end of a prime. You've got to say that experience that he brings to the team does come in, is successful in periods like that.
What a fantastic tech game that is going on at Craven Cottage. It's now Fulham 3, Huddersfield 2. Steve Meunier's just got a goal. They've got 5 goals in that first half. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh! Good. Danny Ings inside. Shot blocked. Now that was who was the ball that played that ball behind? Do you notice?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Ings has wriggled away there. I think his dribbling is an underrated asset. He's really good at keeping the ball.
Yeah. Smiles, but now Liverpool on the chance there. Play it on the inside. Bednarek now has time to clear it, puts it long and wide, and gives us time to reset. Danny Ings
he's a good player.
He should be. He had a good amount of time there. He should be doing something better. But we will have a look at that Danny Ings chance when we get the replay of it, and I'll give you a closer look. I don't know who gave the back pass, but it was dodgy. The defender had to do a last-ditch slide and didn't make it, which basically was a brilliant through ball to Danny Ings. Like you said, Tiz using his dribbling skills there to get it on the inside, and unfortunately the shot was blocked in the end. But it's a risky movement, and you mentioned, Tiz, that we need to take our chances when Liverpool made a mistake. They made a mistake there, and that was a possible chance we got. We could have taken. Right, Mikey, go on.
What do you think of Kevin Danso? Another question from you again, and Knuckles. Kevin Danso, do you think we'll get him on a permanent signing at the end of the season or not?
No,
we've shown our...
Shane Long inside now. I don't know where he's offside, but they played it. Bad defensive header. Shot! On target, but not testing the keeper.
We've shown that we don't mind if he goes by the fact that he almost had his line terminated.
I'll quickly describe what's going on here. Sorry, Tiz.
Didn't go. He's sort of like...
Yeah, there you go. So Shane Long tries to put the ball across. He is through it well. He's not behind the defensive line. The defender catches up. He tries to square it along to Ings, but it does get dispossessed. Bounces back quite nicely to him, and he has a shot. Goes hard and low, but the keeper kind of moves up. It's kind of like a low catch and range for Alisson to collect it. But that is again another chance now. Tiz, if you want to talk about Danso just while Liverpool got a throw in.
Yeah, like I said, I think we've shown the willingness to terminate his loan, and I think if that alone shows that we're not desperate to keep him, I think we just need to refresh the sort of the options in our defence in the summer. I'm happy with Jack Seams and Bednarek, but after them, I don't have a lot of faith in what we have.
That's the thing. You look at, and I'll see if I can put it on the Twitter or something like that. We didn't make it ourselves. Someone else put it on Twitter, but it's the team sheet with the squad. Squad depth. As Højbjerg dispossesses Oxlade-Chamberlain in possession, he's gone for the near post shot there. He probably should have done better there. He had all the space ahead of him. Now Højbjerg comes right across, stops Oxlade-Chamberlain. Beautiful use of the pace, but it basically comes on the inside of the 18-yard line, all the space in front of him, and he decides to have a near post go. But he's rushed the shot there, and he hasn't tested the keeper. Again, that's another big chance for us that we could have done better. And no, I'm not saying it's completely tested the keeper, but the amount of space we had there, we probably should have done better. That's a chance there.
It shows that Liverpool have those mistakes. They're
definitely
sides, but there's no perfect team that never makes mistakes. If we can
a good challenge from Bednarek as Ward-Prowse clears up, goes back to McCarthy, and it looks like...
Talking about Ward-Prowse, Jan said that he's a very underrated player, in his opinion, and also, did you see the video of the Southampton fans singing "He's got Zaha in his pocket," and then he goes and checks his pocket?
Absolutely amazing. That is a brilliant banter, isn't it? I can't remember who recorded it, but put on Twitter, and it kind of went. It did the rounds, didn't it? To be fair, I think one of the Bibles put it on the lads' odds or whatever Bibles put it in, as Danny Ings flicks it down. Redmond collects shot over the bar, but again another bit in space. We're just not really taking our chances. I think they're a little. I don't know whether they're a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit panicky when they come to shots. But you've got to say, here we go. Here's the replay of it. It looks like a centre midfielder. Did you see who was it that put that back pass in, Tiz?
Joe Gomez seems to be making quite a few mistakes today. I think he's definitely probably the weakest point in the Liverpool side because he's not very experienced.
It was Shane Long that actually made the defence.
Yeah, it was actually. So, so just watching it now, I think it was midfielders of Liverpool's that tried to play the ball back. It was mispassed to go to, I think it was meant to go to Robertson. He goes to ground to try and salvage it from not going through. Actually acts as a brilliant through ball to Danny Ings. Danny Ings weaves past, gets the shot away, and it's actually only Shane Long that gets in the way of the shot. It wasn't actually a block by Alisson. As Danny Ings gets on the ball, gets it across, but Alisson jumps at his feet, so stops the chance. Redmond getting his body across the ball, and a little scuffle out there, nothing given. Was there?
No, three goals in the Premier League have gone in before half-time. Watford have doubled their lead against Everton. Ricardo Pereira with the goal. Bournemouth have doubled their lead against Aston Villa with Ake scoring. And Robert Snodgrass has scored for West Ham against Brighton to make that 2-0 too.
And you say about Joe Gomez being the weak link. I don't know whether you heard because of that mistake, but hesitating on clearing the ball, and Danny Ings dispossesses again, gets in and close again. He basically wanted to do, there's another header from a corner. Near post we seem to be going for. That's clearly an area that we must have highlighted in the start of the season. But it seems like the first half has come to an end. So there we go, 0-0 at half-time.
Watford have conceded just before half-time as well. So Watford 2, Everton 1, 45th minute not equaliser. Consulate, mate, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Jan Mina.
They're back in the game.
Yeah, Jan Mina's got the goal just before half time, so Everton could get back at Watford.
So it's half time. What is your bet looking like, Ollie?
Let me have a look, mate. Well, why don't we talk about our initial impressions of the first half, and then we'll have a quick look at the bet.
Good idea.
Because we are a Saints channel after all.
It's been good. So stat wise, we've had 31% of the possession, which is expected against a very good, dominant Liverpool side. We've had more shots, 10 shots to their 8. We've had more the same shots on target, 4 for each. The same amount of corners in 6. So even though we haven't had a lot of the ball, when we've had the ball, we have created a lot of chances. And you think Ings has had a couple of chances, Long had a chance, Redmond had a chance. We could have got one square to Gineppo. So overall, it's been a fantastic first half performance, and I think we've proven
definitely.
that we are a good side now, and we can challenge the top clubs, which is fantastic. Because 7-8 weeks ago, you would not be saying this. I think we were dreading this game against Liverpool, like every team are, and we've gone at them, and we've had a really good performance so far.
I think it is a really positive sign, and like I said, showing those defensive errors that Liverpool can potentially have. They have been loose in possession sometimes, and we've been very close. If we take some of those opportunities in the second half, we could be on the score sheet and we could be posing a danger for them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen some of these Liverpool players looking this shaky on some of the chances. Robertson looking like giving away possession sometimes. Gomez being dispossessed. Henderson, I think it was Henderson with a loose pass that almost put Danny Ings through. That's 3 or 4 mistakes they've already made in this game that have caused us chances. And that's the main way that we make our chances in this game. And you know it's going to be difficult to make chances from Liverpool because they are so polished, but the Saints players have done really well in dispossessing them and pressing them to make sure they can get the best they can. And it's been successful so far. My only slight criticism is that we've had... How many shots have we had, Mike?
We've had 10 shots.
And how many on target?
4.
4, yeah.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. 10 shots, 4 on target. You think most of those shots have probably come from headers from corners. Redmond's card one over the crossbar. So Everton have equalised against Watford. Jan Mina, what is it about defenders getting braces today? Jan Mina's just scored an equaliser in the 49th minute of stoppage time in the first half. So that is another incredible fixture.
Well, there we go, yeah. And I was just going to say, I'll have a look at my bet in there. Are you able to see the XG of the chances in this first half?
No, but I'll try and find them. A couple of talking points over half time. What would you do with Højbjerg at the end of the season? Obviously, he got linked with Tottenham, Everton, and Arsenal over the January. Because his contract's also ending at the end of next season. What would you do with him? Would you try and get him on a new contract or sign a replacement? How Nathan Redmond has been progressing over the last couple of years. How he went from probably one of the most hated players in the Southampton shirt to winning Player of the Season. So those 2 talking points. Have a chat about it. Thank you for the questions, Uganda Knuckles. He's brilliant so far.
With Højbjerg, it depends if he wants to stay and give him a new deal. If he doesn't, we've got to shift him. Because that is a £30 million player that we can't afford to let go on a free. We've let other players like Gaston Ramirez, he's brilliant, and other players like Daniel Svaldo go on a free. we can't let high assets like them leave without any sort of money coming back in. So if he wants to stay, give him that new contract that he demands.
Definitely, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, let's end Liverpool's streak of the Invincibles today. I would absolutely love that. I think that would be one of the main highlights. I know you wouldn't want to say we've got 3 dislikes. What is going on, boys, with the dislikes? Is it the I don't know? Maybe it's the Liverpool fans trying to raid the stream or something. But yeah, you got to say if we could end the Invincibles, that would be an absolute. You know, it'd be an amazing upset, and you would be probably put in history, because I know it's not the best thing to be put in history for. I would probably rather a few more trophies in the cabinet, but you say they lost to Southampton, everyone would be saying it, wouldn't they? We could be the new slip up with Danny Ings sliding down at the end and at the end of the Kop or something like that.
Shaylong.
Shaylong. There we go. I just said Tiz has gone off mic for a quick moment, so I'll just have a little chat with you, Mike. What was the other talking point? Sorry, I kind of missed it as it did come in. Are you able to?
Is Højbjerg, whether he'll be what we'll do with him at the end of the season, and also Nathan Redmond and how he's improved.
Yeah, well, Højbjerg, what do we do at the end of the season? I think Tizard said it very well. You've got to make sure you've got players that are interested in playing for the side. If you don't, there's no point really having them.
No.
The transfer window in the summer is a perfect way to be able to see who is who is successful and who's ready to grow off. The reason most likely Buffon and Cedric went out on loan when Ralph first came in is they asked, "Are you up for are you up for a relegation scrap, or are you going to be, would you be best getting game time elsewhere?" And it seems like Cedric and Buffon are starting to improve now, because I don't think they are relegation players, are they? I think they are mid-table, pushing, less pressure on them kind of players, aren't they? They need that less pressure on them to be able to succeed. But I think Højbjerg has consistently been grafting for the team. I think he is interested in staying at the Saints. He's taken on the responsibility of the captaincy, so for him to say, "I want to jump ship," I would be quite surprised.
Yeah.
So for me, as long as he's interested, then there's got to be a contract signed there. If not, then he's got to go while we can get money for him. That's the 2 options, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can't let your captain run his contract down and leave on a free. He's either got to commit himself and stay as the captain, or we get money for him in the summer. That's the 2 options for me, anyway.
Yeah. I also just want to comment how well James Ward-Prowse has done in this half. I don't want to jinx anything for the second half. To be out of position playing against Liverpool when he's kept Oxlade-Chamberlain quiet, he's cut out a lot of opportunities for Liverpool. So it's fantastic to see that we do have, even if it's not his natural position, we do have lots more depth than we think we have in these positions.
Yeah, definitely. He said,
Ollie's lagging. I think everyone's lagging. Ollie's. I think Ollie's died.
Can Mikey, can you hear me fine?
I can hear you, mate.
Yeah, that's good. So we'll have a look at the bets so far. We'll look at whilst Ollie's recovering. I'll have a look through. So Newcastle currently 0-0 against Norwich. So sadly that is correct for me. But West Ham.
I don't know what's going.
West Brom are leading, Oxford are leading, and Swindon are leading. So half of my teams are coming through. Let's just hope for the other half be good as well.
Can you hear me now? Wait, is that okay?
I can hear you now, but your face is frozen.
Oh, brilliant. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there we go. No, you're fine now. You're fine.
Oh, okay, cool. It might have just been because I was probably looking at the bets plus Discord plus looking at the live chat.
Yeah.
My internet
your computer probably didn't enjoy that bit.
No. It probably. And to be fair, we tried streaming last night for the transfer deadline day, but considering I can barely handle Discord plus live chat, for me trying to live stream the whole thing was a little bit over optimistic. But yeah, I'll run you through my bets, see how I am doing. So like I said, Bournemouth was an early payout, so whatever happens there, I will still get that as a result. Newcastle are drawing with Norwich, so only needs a result from Newcastle there. Leeds drawing with Wigan, hopefully they can get the edge on that one. West Brom 1-0 against Luton, like Tizard. Rotherham drawing with Burton Albion on 45, so at half-time coming in at the draw. Accrington Stanley doing me well with a 2-0 lead so far at half-time. Again, Cheltenham with 2-0 up, and Mansfield Carlisle is a stalemate at a draw going into the half. So my cash out is currently at 19p with the 10p coming on.
Almost doubling your money, same there, not.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'll see how it goes. Quick look at that as we go into the rest of the game in the second half. I'll debate whether it's worth cashing in 19p or not, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to quickly go and grab a drink. If you guys want to have a look at any other people that listen in, or we've had a lot of the Ugandan Knuckles bloke. He's been really good in asking a lot of questions. But if you are watching as well, you want to get a question in or just anything to talk about while it is half time, make sure to drop them through. Mikey will let us know as he's running the stream. He can let us know on the live chat what's going on, who's described, etc. So
I was going to go and grab some water.
Okay, right. Well, me and Tis will have a chat then. If you go and grab some water,
I'll be back in a second.
So, Ollie, what are you expecting, or what do you want from the second half?
I have no expectations, just because Liverpool haven't lost since. To be honest, I can't remember when was the last time they lost this. I'm sure you're up to date.
Flipping it. Napoli, I think, in the Champions League a few months ago. So
the ridiculous amount of form they are on at the moment, I don't too much expectations for this game. But for me, it's just we've got to go out there, do ourselves proud, take our chances when we can. What am I expecting? Liverpool to come out firing in the second half? I think they were sloppy. I don't think Klopp will allow them to do that in the second half. I think Saints, we have to be more confident in front of goal. If we're given those chances, we have to take them if we want anything out of this game. We can't hold on for a 0-0 either, because I'm just not confident in that. We have to go and try and aim for a goal, because if we get a goal and they come back for 1-1, that is so much better than the result than trying to hold on for a 0-0. Because you have no vantage point at that point at all. Yeah. You think one goal, which Liverpool will score, that will be disappointing if we hold for a draw and they try and nick a goal, or you're pretty much expected for them to score. So I don't think holding on for 0-0 is a viable option. I think you have to go and get a goal, and if they come back to draw, that's a fine worst case scenario for me. Yeah. So it's got the game plan for me is to go and get the goal. But what are you expecting? Sorry, I've been rambling on. What do you expect?
Similar to you in the fact that Klopp look at that half and think, well, we've been sloppy, we've battered other teams, and if anything, Van Dijk's chance really was the chance at half, and he probably should have put that away. But apart from that, we've pressed them, we've had those half chances, and he'll not want that to happen. Quite obviously, I know that sounds stupid to say, but they've had no team even come close to combating them apart from United a few months ago and Wolves recently. So I think that's the main thing. Maybe the pressure that they'll put us under. I think they'll try and go more on the front foot. But if they do that, that'll give us more space as well. So it's a sort of, they'll try and do one thing. We might hit them with another thing. So that's the difficulty from their point of view. From us, we just got to keep doing what we are doing. We're playing with good intensity. We just can't give away those stupid free kicks in our own box. Because if we give away enough of those, you see Van Dijk, you see Joe Gomez, we're not as much of an aerial presence as they are. Mm-hmm. And that's my main concern.
Oh, Tiz has dropped out a little bit there. I don't know whether that's just me or he has dropped out for everyone. Seemingly like he's coming back then. And we've got Ollie Wick in chat saying yes. How you doing, Ollie? You doing well? Good name, by the way. Who you supporting today? What do you reckon the prediction? How are you feeling this half so far? Are you a Liverpool fan? Are you a Saints fan? What you're looking forward to? You thinking Saints might nick it? How's it going? So we'll see how that goes on. Thanks for commenting. And anyone else? Yeah, we've got 12 people in the chat at the moment. Drop a question. Let us know your thoughts. Drop a like as well if you're enjoying it. Drop a like. Now, Mikey, am I free to go and get myself a drink?
Go for it.
Yes, okay, right. I'll be back in a sec. You two go and have a chat.
Mikey, I'll ask you the same question as I asked Ollie. What are you expecting from this half from both?
I'm expecting Liverpool to come out hard and fast, and they're going to really put us under pressure for the first 20. And what we've got to do is we've got to be brave, we've got to be strong, we've got to keep Liverpool out basically, do anything we can, and then like at the end of the first half, try and capitalise in the last 20 minutes, try and get something from the game. Because that first half performance has deserved something from the game. We just have to keep it up. Try and do it in the second half as well.
So is the game kicked back off yet? It's 4:01, so it must be getting close. Do you expect any half-time alterations from either manager? Do you think it will stay the same?
Probably not Southampton. Liverpool, they might put Minamito on at some point. I don't actually really know their bench, so I'll have a...
They've got Divock Origi on the bench.
I don't think they'll bring on Divock yet, because the Divock's still cooking, so I think... so I don't think they'll bring them on yet. We've now got a 12% chance of winning. Go on.
Yeah. It's showing how big of a miss Mane is. They're not as potent in the Italian as it sounds without them. And that could be a key thing, because you would have had Mane against Ward-Prowse. Now we've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, so that's quite a big difference between the two forms.
They bought the game down at St Mary's last season. They bought Jordan Henderson and James Milner off the bench, and it changed it. They don't have James Milner in the squad. Henderson's already starting, so they can't do that. That's already out of the option. Yeah, so it's been good so far.
From what should we do?
Sorry?
From a Southampton point of view, what should happen?
Stay as it is. As we approach probably around the 70th minute, get Adams on, get Obafemi on, get pace up there, and just switch it around a bit, because we've proven Joe Gomez is a liability in that side. You keep pressing Joe Gomez, he will make another mistake.
Yeah.
So how are we doing then? Second half starting? Am I right in saying that?
Just about to start.
Okie dokie. Right. So yeah, Mikey, you may have to keep us up to date on the radio, whatever you're hearing, just while I'm still, like I said, when watching, we're going to be a little bit behind. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Right, let me bring up myself a drink. That was my main aim, wasn't it? I'm looking at boosting testosterone levels at the moment. I don't know about you, sis.
No, I'm restarting the laptop.
Okay.
Ings has just gone down in the penalty area.
No way, really? How long have we been there?
Currently, nothing's been given. He took it past Gomez and Robinson, I think. And he's been taken down and nothing's been given. Liverpool are currently on the counter-attack.
Right, well, I've got them walking out at the moment. So
and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has just scored.
No.
The former Saint himself.
Former Saints man.
But interestingly, if it is a penalty, possibly.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting.
Maybe it gets disallowed.
We'll see what happens.
That's not what we need, though. As soon as we come from the first half, within the opening 60, 120 seconds, the tactics have been chucked out the window.
Salah having words with Danny Ings just before kick-off. It's strange because I already know there's going to be a moment of exactly what's going to happen. Literally, I'm watching it at the moment as it kicks off, as it starts. I'll tell you how it happens, what we're looking at. Are they still checking for you?
The Ings was not a foul.
Right.
It wasn't a foul. Dave Merrington said it's not a foul, so...
Okay.
I think...
Well, the ball goes back. It goes back to Van Dijk, puts it straight up to the left-hand side. It's held up. Well, not held up, just doesn't go to anyone, out to a throw-in. Just trying to take through the build-up as it happens. Just wait a sec. But yeah, that's disappointing if they've got a goal straight away. I mean, I said it at half time. The last thing we need is then, like, we knew they were going to come out firing, but we've got to go for a goal. That's kind of what I said. That's what our game plan's got to be. And although, like again, I said I didn't expect too much. It's disappointing how quickly after the half they've come out and scored. So, what's your thoughts, Tiz? Are you able to have a look at it yet?
No, exactly what you're saying. For me, it's not.
It's the 47th minute. Chamberlain scored in. So.
Right. Okay.
It's just like you said. It is just frustrating. We've been so good in the first half, and that's almost all. It's all been broken down within the first 2 minutes, and now it's going to be so much more difficult to try and get back in the game.
I think this is it here. Gineppo cleans up in his own half, comes inside, gets not a foul. Fabinho and I wouldn't say sandwich, but both come in and make a challenge at the same time. Beautiful play from Liverpool here, up to Firmino, who drops it. Keita brings it wide. Robertson bringing it down the left. Oxlade-Chamberlain with a bit of space. Ward-Prowse. And they kept it in with a back heel. Firmino, lovely flick. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes inside. Gineppo wrong side across the goal. No, McCarthy can't get to it. It's down his bottom corner. It is a very good, well-worked goal. And Danny Ings with his hands on his head. He obviously thinks it must be a penalty, but I will see what the VAR call and see what they see and what they deem. But we already know the call is that it's not a penalty. Disappointing. Just watching it back now.
They've done well, but you look at McCarthy and he's slightly overcommitted to that left hand side. That's the only disappointing bit.
No, I don't.
He's unlucky. Yeah, it's no penalty. He's gone over. I wouldn't say too easily, but I think he's been a bit off balance, and that's sort of what's has brought him down.
I think at the end of the day, he's looking for.
Yeah.
He's looking for that penalty, and it didn't come in.
And it's demoralised. Yeah, it's a good finish, but McCarthy's too far over to that left hand.
See, that's the thing. You need all 11 players to be switched on, and McCarthy's no exception. He's got to be switched on and absolutely ready for whatever happens. That's what you say. Like the 10 players in front of him have got to do just as well as him in goal. You can't let the side down, and you've got to be on your best as well. So I wouldn't say it's completely his fault, but you would say, can he do better there possibly?
Yeah.
Little updates from the Premier League. Brighton have got one back against West Ham. Ogbonna's scored an own goal. Jefferson Lerma's also been sent off for Bournemouth. They currently lead Aston Villa 2-0, but could Villa get back into it by the end of it?
Is there any particular results around our table that have caused any particular effect? Like, I know we've got the...
So currently we would go down to 11th at the moment. Palace are drawing against Sheffield United and Everton are drawing against Watford. Those are the two teams that will go above us. We have the same goal difference as Newcastle though as well. So we stay above them.
Ideal scenarios, if you're looking at the league table, what results do we need and where?
Sheffield United and Palace drawing is probably perfect because Sheffield United are 3 points away now. Palace are on the same point, so that's probably a best result for us. If Watford could get a goal against Everton, that would probably be a positive. But then again, we stay the same distance. So our distance away from the relegation zone doesn't change. I don't think. Bournemouth beating Villa is a positive because Villa go back down into the relegation zone. Now Bournemouth will go up to 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Arsenal are playing later tonight, aren't they? So it'd be interesting to see how the Arsenal result goes.
You look at that Liverpool team and they're growing in confidence in the game.
Yeah.
It's whether we can combat that. That is the main issue.
I've never seen Shane Long. He seems very frustrated out there. He's basically Van Dijk's pushed him in the back really, and Shane Long's trying to go for like a limp scorpion kick and kind of made connection with Van Dijk's face.
He knows what he's doing there.
Yeah, definitely.
Van Dijk's.
No. Well, he knows that Shane Long is if he does get contact and he feels something, he will go down for that free kick because that's his style. He does draw the fouls, and I think Van Dijk's playing on that. To be fair, he knows if Shane Long cries wolf enough times, there will be some times where he does actually get fouled and the ref won't call it. So, Van Dijk coming out in the media saying he doesn't need to do his research. Well, he knows what he's doing in centre back. To be honest, he's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. But hopefully Shane Long can calm down. Hopefully Højbjerg as well can take that leadership role in captain and tell Shane Long, keep going, working hard. Don't get absorbed too much into the one-on-one battle. You're in a team. Just keep working hard and have a good performance. That's what you need from him. You don't need him to get hot-headed and overly committed into that aerial duel and battle with Van Dijk. As Ward-Prowse cleans up, goes to McCarthy, back out wide, just on our
Salah's just scored, but it's offside, so that's going to go down to VAR.
Who scored, sorry?
Salah's just scored, but that's going to go down to VAR. He's offside.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it and see.
Yeah, Gary Lineker's just tweeted that we had a strong shout for a penalty, so maybe on another day, if it wasn't Liverpool, we would probably got a penalty, maybe. Because the way that you described it, it sounded like the Wolves one, where Stevens and Cedric sort of came together and took out.
Yeah.
Was it Johnny? Or someone, I can't remember who it was.
Neto, wasn't it?
Neto, yeah. They came together and took out Neto. It sounds
just have a look at the offside now. Yeah, it does look like Salah's offside. Oxlade-Chamberlain puts the ball in. He's just curved his run behind Bertrand. Bertrand not running because he's pretty assured that he is going to be offside. They're getting the lines out, but I think it is going to be pretty... it looks like he is off. But again, defensive midfielder-wise, they have 4 in between the lines of our last defence and Salah in behind, so they are clearly still going for that next one to kind of kill the game, and we got to be switched on in midfield. I know we have just conceded, but you can't go all guns blazing. You have to try and make sure that they don't get 2 in this game, and you do need to keep on working hard and not just trying to look for that equaliser, but also maintaining a solid defence as well. This is where you've really got to dig in. You can't give them another chance to kill this game off. So yeah, they're just showing this. I think they're showing the again here. Danny Ings with a bit of a to be fair, Fabinho's gone to the floor and kind of clipped Danny Ings' leg, and it doesn't look like too much contact. But to be fair, if you're trying to sprint away from doing a skill and someone's hit your foot, it may send you off balance. So I don't know whether the referee's decided that's just not enough contact for the penalty.
It's the subjective nature of it, I think. And so if it was given as a penalty, it might not have been overturned, but sadly it wasn't given. And then you've got the pressure of a goal was given afterwards. When you're at Anfield, especially the home side again, you can't. It's difficult to then take away that goal and give that away side the penalty, especially with the position Liverpool are in, where they could have a record-breaking season as well. So I can understand the referee not giving.
Yeah.
Any more questions? The people. What's the viewership looking like at the moment?
16 viewers at the moment.
Lovely.
Very nice. Have we got any comments or anything like that?
Not really, no. Sheffield United have just taken the lead against Crystal Palace. A Gutierrez own goal has gone in for Sheffield United. West Ham have gone 3-1 up against Brighton now. Snodgrass getting his second of the day too.
We've got a Victor Hugo's talking about. We got clubs here. Ugandan. Do you know Palmeiras? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Brazilian team.
I'm not up to date with my Brazilian football.
No.
So.
Yes, Hugo, because of Buffal's warming up. Says
Be an odd time to bring on Buffal.
Victor Hugo. Yes, bro. That's my first language is Portuguese. Certain I shall right many things wrong. Well, yeah, I'm going to say this to Hugo if you are listening. Your English is a lot better than my Portuguese. So, yeah, if you are watching and you are enjoying it, you may not be a Saints or a Liverpool fan, but it's nice to see you along and nice to see you commenting. Hope you're enjoying it. And, yeah, there we go. Can you say it, Mikey? Can you say anything in Spanish?
Donde está la biblioteca?
And that means?
Where is the library?
Where is the library? Brilliant. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Oliver.
Oh my god. No, I can't have a conversation, mate.
¿Cómo te llamas? That's, what's your name? My name is Oliver. Isn't it? I think so. I'm not sure. Any other Spanish you can pull out the bag, Tiz?
No. Danny Ings once again doesn't really go close, but shot.
Half chance again, isn't it? To be fair, they're very good at minimising.
Especially now they've got that one goal lead. It'll be difficult to try and get back in the game, but Prowsey now with the ball in. The problem is they're just a lot taller than we are in total.
Yeah,
they just are. And that's what makes
it stop to laugh. Wait, is he laughing at my is he laughing at my Spanish, or is he laughing at
He's probably laughing at mine.
At yours, the library.
We're still putting on the pressure though. It's a good sign that we've not been deflated.
Oh no.
What's happened?
So Getaya's own goal. Oh, this is nothing to do with Southampton. Getaya's own goal. He went over the line with the ball in his hands.
Really?
So that should be a bit of fun to watch on Match of the Day.
Keep an eye on that one. How long who have we got? How many people are you looking at the moment?
Yeah, 17 viewers. Liverpool just got second. Jordan Henderson's just scored.
I like how you're more excited for the Crystal Palace own goal.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be excited about Liverpool scoring. Fantastic.
No, but I mean, like, reaction-wise, a lot more Palace one. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but hey. Trent clears it up line. Oh my god, it clears to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Comes down the left, Stevens steps in, Henderson, bit of time, and Bednarak slips, couldn't get any closer. And yeah, they've got their second goal. Henderson goes to celebrate with Firmino. A well-worked goal, and that just shows the good fortune that Liverpool are in at the moment. I mean, it's just a clearance from Trent. If he has meant that 60-yard crossfield ball, I mean, what a ball that is. You can see McCarthy, under pressure, has to clear it along. Comes Shane Long even doesn't make it. Trent, basically being closed down by Romeu, clears it, but Bednarak keeps Oxlade-Chamberlain onside. It goes down line, and Henderson steps in a bit of space. Bednarak actually slips, so I'd be interested to see if he would make the block, but yeah, when it does fall to Henderson, Bednarak does slip, so he isn't able to close it down as well. Sorry, it was Firmino, not Oxlade-Chamberlain. My bad, I didn't see that, but yeah. So Firmino with the assist, and Henderson putting it in the back of the net. Again, unlucky, but you know you will get punished by Liverpool if they do get half a chance. And that's what they had, really.
That's what we get for not taking our first half chance. It'd be interesting to know if Dan Ings' block shot by Shane Long would have found the back of the net, because that is a game-changing moment if that would have crept over their line, because that's the point where we could hold on to the lead. But under half an hour to go, what do we need to do to try and at least get a goal, try and get back into the game?
Good block from Romeu. Possibly some fresh legs out on there, maybe. I think Gineppe's had a bit of a quiet game. I haven't seen too much from him. I don't know. Would you agree? Did someone said in the chat that Bufal's warming up, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's saying that Bufal needs to come on now.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Because we are. I don't know. I think the lads out there have done enough to stay on there. I don't think anyone's done badly, but
wow. Liverpool now go up to 73 points with 43.
22 points clear to anyone else.
Wow. Outstanding, isn't it? Absolutely outstanding.
But I think maybe now Bufal, it might be the time, because it works in the first half, but with 2 goals down, we need something different than what we have now. And even if it doesn't work, at least we'll be showing that we're going to try and change it. So maybe, for me, Shane might have to come off, and maybe Gineppo for Buffal and Che Adams, just to try and change it up.
Is Obafemi on the bench? That could be a possible option as well.
Obafemi's on the bench, but do you think he'd play well against the combination of Van Dijk and Gomez? Do you think that's the sort of game that he'd play well in, due to his pace, or because he's a smaller lad than our other players?
I guess if you're going to keep Danny Ings on, which you have to, you need to kind of replace the target man, which is Shane Long. Which I think is a fair assumption of Shane Long. Like, he does get up well for balls, and he can hold up the ball well. You've got to say that is a strength of his game. So you kind of do need that replacement if it happens. Shane Long now actually searching down the left. Joe Gomez coming across, cuts it back. Redmond picking it out on the left, tries the ball for Bertrand down the line, but doesn't quite make it. Højbjerg picks up the seconds though, comes inside. Danny Ings on the turn, slips in Højbjerg, shot across goal, and close. Again, another close opportunity, but it hits Gomez and puts it out for a corner. Again, good opportunity there. It's not a blaring chance, but it's a good half chance again. Højbjerg throwing his arms afterwards because he knew that was a good chance. He's trying to hit it across goal, and to be fair, I think Gomez wouldn't have planned that block. It is just kind of hit him really while Højbjerg's trying to find that left-hand side. Ball in the box.
I think Højbjerg's shot would have blazed quite far wide though, and I think we're lucky to get a corner there, and sadly not really made the most of it. Gineppo's tried to hold the ball up, and he's not been successful in that attempt.
As Oxlade-Chamberlain has just done about 3 of our players and then got... It's just like the amount of side is scary, isn't it, looking at it?
How is that Ings challenge not a penalty?
I think just the subjective nature. I think there's enough people that it's not a penalty. So
the thing is, the ref hasn't called it, and is it a clear and obvious area?
Exactly.
When me and Tiz called it, the first thing that you said, Mikey, Alan Blackmore said Ings has fallen over.
Yeah, but then they had another look at it, and he said that he has caught him, he has caught his ankle.
Yeah.
So...
Did they not look at it at all at VAR, or did they decide?
No, they would have looked at it at VAR, but because it's such a subjective nature and we are playing against Liverpool, we wouldn't have got it.
Yeah. As Gineppo battles with Van Dijk, steps across wide, tries to have the shot, and doesn't quite get there. But
things like that wasn't as clear and obvious as the Wolves. Gineppo should be trying to hold his ground a bit better there. That isn't as subjective as the Wolves one. I think for me, the Wolves penalty was much clearer. For me, that's a bit of murky waters. I'm not too sure if I would have given, even now, looking back at it.
Just watching the game now, it seems like the Saints players need to calm down a little bit now. I think they're obviously very determined to try and get back in the game, but by no means they have to. They have to still be solid and play the formation and play the shape. They can't just. As Danny Ings goes across, gets in behind. Van Dijk comes across. They hold it up, trying to look for Shane Long, but they clear. It's amazing the presence that Van Dijk has in defence. You see that Danny Ings, making a run into the box and getting close, and just the mere fact that Van Dijk is coming across and ready to try and block it, he has to hold up and try and look for another option.
I think the issue though is that he hasn't had enough support. He's got Van Dijk.
No, he's not. Shane Long's making a late run and he's trying to find him, but Redmond's got to be down the left for him, hasn't he? To be honest.
Yeah.
Gineppo close there, but
we're 2-0 down. We've got Gineppo busted to try and get a goal. Yeah. Danny Ings was by himself there, and I think.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying as well. We've got to have fresh legs to be able to. I know Redmond's very good defensively as well, but if he's feeling the pressure of this Liverpool defence and attack, and he is gassed, then he's got to be mature enough to put his hand up and say, "Look, I'm done. Get fresh legs on, and let's try and get something out of this team." But if he is still willing to battle and can keep it impacting the team, ball goes in the box, just sees over everyone.
I just think we need to give them something new to think about. We need to give them someone like the Buffal. And even if it is Obafemi challenge, they've got to have a new challenge because otherwise they're playing against the same wingers that they have done for the last 67 minutes, and it's not worked.
No.
And so for me, I think that's where they need to try and change it up. Even if it doesn't work, like I said, you've got to try and give them something else to think about, because at the moment they're relaxed. We're not giving each other options.
No.
Their defence doesn't look like it's got out of.
I don't think we've seen the swap of the wings too many times either.
No,
it just
very
looks
true.
like
Very true.
if we see, especially with Armstrong and Redmond, Armstrong on the right can take it on his stronger foot. He is right-footed, isn't he, Armstrong? I'm
not sure. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
Redmond
is such a versatile player in the fact that if he's on the left, then he can cut in. If he's on the right, I'm saying he's successful. Like most players, obviously, if they're left or right, they will either cut in or go down the line. But Redmond's successful in both ways. So if you do swap the wings, he does well. It's just a different right back that he's going up against. And that's the thing. I don't think we've seen that today. We've seen Gineppo stay on the right. We've seen Redmond, and it comes to Ward-Prowse has the shot, drags it wide, finds himself in a bit of space from that right back. He's obviously pushed up high, but that kind of pocket, the space that he's got into, I'm just going to watch it. Danny Ings crossfield ball finds him perfectly. To be fair, he takes the touch, and as Robertson closes, he snatches a little bit at it, and it does drag a little bit wide. We're now seeing a double substitution. Che Adams and Obafemi both coming on. Shane Long coming off, it looks like. Referee having a word. I don't know why he'd... it's not like Shane Long's wasting time. He's got to get 2 goals back, isn't he?
I think Shane Long's saying the same to him. There's no need to have a word, because he's not going to intentionally time waste. But you look at their 2 goals.
Danny Ings coming off again. Wow. I wouldn't have put that. It looks like a Liverpool. It looks like, is that Liverpool fans clapping Danny Ings?
Yeah,
it looks like
fans have given him a standing ovation off the pitch.
They've got a
Which is really
fantastic
nice
amount of respect for him, and so does the Liverpool team.
You know what? That's class. Like Liverpool fans get a lot of hate from people, but you got to say that is class. Danny Ings coming off and getting the standing innovation from the Liverpool fans. That is a class gesture from them. And yeah, there is a certain amount of Liverpool fans that do get the focus because some of them are highlighted. But let's be honest, a lot of fans in a lot of different places. Everyone's got idiots in their fan base, haven't they? And a lot Liverpool have this reputation for. But you got to say, standing innovation for one of their players. That's a class act, and you got to say that.
There's going to be an interesting finish at Bournemouth, as Villa have just equalised. Samatta on his Premier League debut. No, not equalised even. Bournemouth are 2-1 up now against Villa, but they are down to 10 men as well, so they've got 20 minutes.
Wait, who's down to 10 men? Bournemouth,
yeah.
Wow,
so
okay.
they've got 20 minutes to try and keep this lead, otherwise they're back in the relegation zone, I think.
Yeah,
so,
wow.
Massive 6-pointer down at the bottom of the league, Bournemouth against Villa.
Really big game there. Henderson, again, not happy with it. He's trying to get everything in line, because I think we are still threatening. It's just today we've had chances, and I'd love to know if you can have a look at the XG, Mikey, either at the end of the game or something, to see the quality of chances we have had, because Liverpool have had 2 chances and they've been put away, and I think we've had some. I don't know. It seems like we've had
Salah's
good chances, but I don't agree. Sorry,
Salah's just gone round McCarthy and made it 3. I honestly don't know what has happened in this second half. Like, Liverpool have had 3 chances, they've scored all 3. I think basically.
He didn't go. Yeah, I'm just watching it now. They've got him behind, and even Salah's not even celebrating that one. He's just kind of. I think he's quite happy he got it in the back of the net, to be honest. Well, I don't know. He it's quite annoying to see a player not even celebrating once he scored. He's shaking his head, going, not sure. Let's have a look at it, see what happens.
Boys, I think the result has affected the stream. We're down to 6 viewers, lads.
Sorry?
We're down to 6.
Yeah, I don't think people want to see what's really going on. Bertrand doesn't win the header. It basically just gets knocked off the ball when it falls to Henderson. Henderson having a brilliant game. Puts it down the line. Just a beautiful pass, which Bednarak cannot get knocked past. Well, he tries to get a touch on it, but doesn't get it. Salah down the line and dinks it over McCarthy. He opens his body out and looks like he's going to put it across, so McCarthy McCarthy spreads himself, and then Salah just dinks it, so it just goes straight over McCarthy. It's a good finish, it's a class finish, and now Oxlade-Chamberlain's coming off. It'd be interesting to see the reception you'd get from the Saints fans, but
for me, I think in all 3 goals, I think positioning and commitment, because he's committed too early for me for that 3rd goal. And for the first 2, he's sort of overcommitted to the left too much. And you saw the Henderson goal, you've seen the Chamberlain goal. They had acres of space to put it into that left-hand side. So that's a disappointing part for me. But obviously, it's very difficult to come up against Liverpool.
I think Liverpool have played through our press quite well. They got caught out of it quite a lot in the first half. I think Klopp's changed a couple of things. They played through the press well, and I think that's the reason why they've got their 3 goals. The 3 goals have come out of good plays. It haven't been mistakes from us. Maybe Bertrand's missed a header for the...
Interesting fact, Bruno Fernandes has been named in the Man United 11. I don't know if you can see that, Tiz, but they must be, late kick-off, R5? Must be, yeah. So he's been named, he's going straight into that 11. Obviously, Ole's looking at the personnel, he's got the man he needs, and he's going straight into the 11. Interesting to see how he makes an impact.
A few red cards have gone in. Joel Ward has been sent off for Crystal Palace, so their day's going bad to worse. An own goal for their goalkeeper and their right back being sent off. Fabian Delph has also been sent off for Everton, so even though they're 2-2, Watford have now got the man advantage going into the last 22.
Yeah. Interesting. So have we got anything... Please, man, could you speak a little bit slowing? I didn't get that. Liverpool, you never walk away. Oh, is he a Liverpool fan? Come on, Liverpool. Lol.
No, I think.
Alright, that's right. My first language is Portuguese, so I might write many things wrong.
It's now West Ham 3, Brighton 2. Pascal Grob has just got a goal back for Brighton, so that's going to be an interesting finish as well. But I don't think this was always going to be... It was always going to be a one-off, and it would be like we'll have a good go, but no one was expecting us to win today. It's all just quite. It's incredible that we even thought that we could win today, because of our form and the fact that we are dangerous and we could have challenged. And that first half proves that we could have challenged. Liverpool especially.
We had many half chances that didn't quite go. It's disappointing to kind of have that, but hey.
What sort of this result? What sort of impact do you think it'll have on the squad?
I don't think it'll have much of an impact. In all fairness, I think that I think Ralph went into this game knowing that it was going to be tough, and I think the players knew that it was going to be tough, but they did have a chance. And for us to have, if we look back at this game, we had so many chances in that first half to take the lead. We could have had a penalty, which then resulted in another goal. We could have had an equaliser. So we've had chances against the best team in Europe. So I don't know what else you can do about that.
It's very true. And just looking at it now, like you've got to say, we were. Oh no, I don't know what I was going to say. I had an idea what I was put it in some words.
I was looking at the Wolves result, and they went 2-0 up and lost 3-2 today. If anyone's going to get demoralised by a result, it's that one. And then they went out without Danny Ings against Crystal Palace and beat them in their own backyard. So for me, like Mikey said, I don't think this will be a demoralising result too much. This is the world's best team, not just the league's best team. As long as it doesn't get stupid, as long as it doesn't go 5-6 goals in the last 15 minutes, which it shouldn't, because I think we're a good enough side for that not to happen. I think we can go into the game again on Wednesday and still think we've got a good chance of picking up a good result. And that's probably why we took off Shane Long and Danny Ings, because Ralph wants to try and progress into the FA Cup. He saw at 2-0 that we weren't producing enough chances to really feel like we're going to get back into the game. So I think that's why they took him off at that time.
Well, is the FA Cup this Wednesday?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday,
Decent.
And me and Jamie are going to it, so I don't know whether Mike and Tiz will weigh in on their thoughts for it, but me and Jamie...
I'm at work, so I'll be very patchy of what I'll know.
Yeah, but I think me and Jamie might react to it, maybe see what we can do to it, because we're obviously both up in London. Jamie a resident of the Stratford area, and me crashing it is. So we'll give our reactions, and of course this is our first time doing a live stream for a match watch along. So we're always looking to improve. So if you are interested in giving us some advice on how to make it better, always open to listening to ideas. And if you are new to this account as well, so I'll run you through quickly what we do on this channel. We're primarily a podcast channel for Southampton. We do 2 podcasts a week. One is for the previews, which normally come out Fridays, and then a reaction. So after this game, we will record a reaction for the podcast and release it tomorrow. We'll most likely do a preview to Tottenham, most likely Tuesday, and then a reaction after it as well, which me and Jamie will most likely feature as we watch it live. Firmino, you got to say well done to McCarthy there. Sorry, I'll just go back to the action. Ball goes through.
Just before that chance, though, and I think it proves that the refereeing has been poor today and has been quite... I don't really want to go, it was biased to Liverpool, because that just sounds like I'm being a sore loser. But Bertrand is being pulled back by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and the ref is standing 5 yards away and doesn't give anything. And he's pulling him from behind, and it's nothing. And he gets the ball back, and that's how they attacked, and they had five men running forward. So I think it's frustrating, because you know that if the penalty decision went in our way, it'll be a completely different game. But that's the luck that you get, and that's the luck that you get for being a league champions. That's the luck that you need to get to go invincible, and that's the luck that Liverpool's getting right now. So it's fair play to them. They're the ones who went down the other end and scored. So they could have just moved the ball. Yeah.
Aston Villa still 2-1 with 12 minutes to go. Well, no, Bournemouth leading 2-1 against Aston Villa, sorry.
Leeds United are 1-0 down against Wigan. So
wow, really?
West Bromwich Albion 2-0 up against Luton. So is that a return to the top of the table for West Brom, or is that are they still back in second place?
I'll have a look.
But Leeds United, do you think they'll get promoted? Do you think they'll get promoted? They're inconsistent, to say the least, in the back end of the last 8-9 fixtures. What do you think's going to happen there?
Leeds are the only team that are every single result apart from Leeds and Newcastle are on the way to come in. I'll quick you if you're new. Basically, me and Tiz had a little competition to do an ACCA, 2 from the Premier League, 2 from Championship, 2 from League 1, 2 from League 2. Newcastle 0-0, so that one's let me down. The other one that's not coming in for me as well is Leeds. Obviously, they're 1-0 down to Wigan. But Bournemouth came in. What's that?
Things go bad to us, mate. West Ham 3, Brighton 3. Glenn Murray has scored for Brighton.
Wow.
It's now 3-3 at the London Stadium.
I got no payout on that, that's why I just failed through.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But Brighton are now 3-3 against West Ham, which is fantastic. West Brom do go top of the Championship with the results going on at the moment. Leeds losing and them winning.
I think Jamie's just joined the call. I don't know whether it's thrown out the...
Fulham. Ralph Hasenhüttl did not look impressed for whatever reason. They just cut to him and he looks at the coach. He looks at the dugout with a scathing review, I've got to be honest. Yeah. And he called over a member of the someone warming up, so he's quite clearly looking to bring a new face on. Sorry, Mikey, you go.
Fulham, you think of how much of a lead Leeds had. Fulham are now 3 points behind Leeds United.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We had the call just messed up a little bit. We should be back in and should be all in good. And yeah, just let us know if the stream is messing up at any point. Just drop it in the live chat just so we can fix it. I think we had someone in the call that joined just meant it threw all the aspect ratios off. So it should be back now. And like I said, if anything, audio's wrong or we're out of sync or something, just let us know. Drop it in the chat and we can alter it. Sorry, Mike. Go back to it, mate. Hello?
Drinking.
Sorry, man. I kind of jolted you off there. But yeah, no, I kind of cut you off half point. It's just because I saw there was something going wrong with the stream. Do you want to carry on with your point?
I can't remember what it was.
Fulham.
Fulham are 3 points behind Leeds now. They went out in the playoffs, didn't they? They lost in the playoffs last year. No, they got relegated, didn't they? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Alisson close there from. He's basically outside of his D and come and picks it up. Che Adams close and he smacks it wide, but. Well, not smacks it wide, smacks it through. Is it Buffal that's just... Yeah, Buffal's just come on for Gineppo, so... Yeah, that looks like the final substitution. I'm guessing Uganda Knuckles is going to be happy with that one, seeing Buffal come on. Are you expecting much here? Do you think he's going to do well? Is he glitching out for you as well, Mike?
Yeah, McLag boy over there, he is.
Go on, Tiz, you're all good now if you wanna go through.
For me, we're 3-0 down, but he's got 15 minutes to show why Ralph should have selected him for this game.
Yeah.
So
who's he come on for?
He's come on for
Gineppo.
Okay. So it's a like for like, and he's got to try and prove stuff. It's difficult because he's got the other 10 players that know it's lost, if you know what I mean. So now their levels are going to drop. So I can understand the difficulty there, but he's got to show why he should be starting.
Definitely.
I think Gineppo's played well today, and he's caused Liverpool problems at times. It's just, it's the final ball. The majority of this game has been poor, and I think that's something we can say about the entirety of this season. Is the final ball has always been quite poor, and I think that's the reason why we were in the situation we were in, because we weren't like. The chances were being created, but then the last pass was always poor. I think that's what Armstrong brings, is the fact that Armstrong he always seems to be accurate with his passing. I think that's what he brings to the side, is that when he does create that pass, create that chance, it usually is successful.
Yeah.
How much do you think we miss Armstrong today?
I think we missed him a lot. I think he's definitely, as Bertrand's close, it's that final block, like Ralph said in his press conferences, that the two wide people rather act as number 10s, and Redmond's final pass I don't think is good enough at some points, and Gineppo, although he's good and sprightly on the ball again last time, sometimes picking that final pass and picking the right pass sometimes doesn't come naturally, whereas I think Armstrong is brilliant at picking out a pass and finding that person in the final third and that good chance. And if we played in a 4-2-3-1, he's probably the person I'd put in the hole. When we talked about and the start of the season, which positions we'd want to play, we kind of said Southampton is most familiar with a 4-2-3-1. I know Ralph has now implemented his 4-2-2-2, but if you had to say we're playing a 4-2-3-1, you'd probably have Redmond on the left, either Boufal or Gineppo on the right, and I would want Armstrong in the middle, just because he's probably our most natural number 10. And I think we did miss him today. I mean, we're talking about like it's done, but Boufal cuts out and tries to aim for that post, and I think at this late stages of the game it is going to be half chances and pieces of brilliance that are going to get us on the score sheet, because Liverpool are going through the gears. They look pretty confident, and it's going to be difficult to try and get something now. They're 3-0 ahead, and do you think 3-0 is a fair reflection, Mikey?
Sorry?
Do you think 3-0 is a fair reflection on the game?
No. No, I don't. Liverpool have been good, but we don't deserve to concede 3. We deserve to get on the score sheet at least today. Scrolling through Twitter and you just see all the videos of Danny Ings, it does look like it should have been a penalty. It was a foul, because you had a first challenge where Fabinho got the ball, and then a second challenge where he got Ings.
He didn't. He clipped, didn't he?
He clipped Ings' ankle. So it really should have been a penalty, and it's just frustrating that's how the game's going to go. But
big chance for Liverpool. Is that Keita? Should have done better there. Salah coming in against Jack Stevens. I'll see how it happens. Keita does play that ball down to Salah. He's onside. Stevens comes across, just slips it through Stevens' legs, cuts inside, drops it off, and they should be doing much better there, to be fair. For me, it's 85 minutes, but it's probably a couple minutes along, just because the way I'm watching it is a couple minutes behind. It looks like Tiz is not with us at the moment, but yeah, we're kind of falling to the final 5 minutes, if that. Now we haven't had a look at the chat for a while. Is there anything that's going on? Minamino's now on.
There's nothing new at the moment.
Nothing new.
But
understandably, it is a 3-0 loss. Most people are going to be quite disappointed, and to be honest, it's quite a. It seems like we're doing our best to try and maintain in it, but we're making mistakes as well. Romeo caught out in possession, can't give away a foul there, and it's called eventually. They play it quick. Henderson turns, plays it out wide. Salah now looking for the ball. Bednarak goes to close, but now Salah, using his own strength, just gets the throw in. The game's kind of slowing down now. Liverpool pretty much cruising. They don't need to overexert themselves. They've got their result. I think they changed the game at half time, didn't they? We were getting chances in the first half, and I said it while we were looking at half time. They're going to come out firing, and how long did it take before they got the ball in the back of net? A minute, 2 minutes at most.
Yeah.
That's the bit that changed it, really. They got the goal straight away out the blocks, and Henderson getting a standing innovation as he walks off the side. The cap's in with 3 minutes to go, coming off for Lallana. That's coming on. Another ex-Saints player that is coming onto the pitch. But yeah, there we go.
So I think the FA need to be clearer about how VAR is used, or people actually just have to learn, because like they're saying like VAR was like, people on Twitter are saying that VAR wasn't used for the Danny Ings penalty. No, VAR was used. It was used for pretty much every single incident that is to do with penalties, with goals, with red cards. Every single one is reviewed. It's just that they didn't feel like they needed to go to that purple screen. They didn't feel like they needed to check it because it was that dubious. It wasn't a clear and obvious penalty. It's only being used for clear and obvious like situations. And I think how VAR's being used at the moment, I think it's down to the FA to educate the fans, but the fans actually wanting to be educated, because the fans have to accept that it is a part of the game now.
It's a checker, isn't it? It's not the decision maker. It's the checker to make sure
the on-field decision is still made by the referee. Like the VAR could tell him that it was a penalty, and the ref could still say no, because the ref does make the final decision.
And I know it's a strange analogy. Just as we've got the ball in the final third here, Boufal cutting inside, takes one on man again. It's that final decision from Boufal that just lets him down. You can see Liverpool now breaking away. Firmino, Jack Stevens takes the cynical. He's going to get a yellow just on the halfway line here. I think what it's got to be is, it's quite a strange analogy, but Twitter is the most up-to-date, most recent way you get information, isn't it? And I don't know if you ever play this, but if you have a look at Fantasy Football's live Twitter feed, if there's an assist or no assist, they will explain it. And I know people will kick off about the explanation, but they will explain it. So, for instance, if there's an assist and it comes off a defender, they will say no assist given due to the fact it came off a player and the person who shot wasn't intending it for it to be that destination. They explain why it's not an assist. And that's not a video game, that's a game that people play. And they've got more communication than the actual Premier League have about decisions made. Yeah. Is that 4?
Yeah, that's 4. Salah's just bundled one over McCarthy.
I'll have a look at it. I've just seen it live here. It's a bit of a mess. It's disappointing to
this has been a fantastic first live stream, boys. This is the best fixture we chose.
It's not great. I've just seen it here. Let's have a look. Who's that? Is that Boufal that gives possession away? Plays it out to Salah. We're committing so many men behind. We've got absolutely no fullbacks. Minamino plays the ball through to Firmino. Stevens doesn't quite get it through. Firmino wriggles and Salah kind of dinks it, and it takes a couple of. Let's have a look. He just kind of dinks it over, and that's disappointing. That final kind of that's not great.
It's disappointing that it's got to 4. It's disappointing that it's got to 4 because we didn't. Our performance today has not deserved a 4-0, but it's very difficult for the players out there, especially when you get to 2. Like as soon as you can see 2 to Liverpool, you're thinking we're not getting back into it. I know they're professionals, but there is always a point in your mind going, is 100%. it worth me stretching to prevent a third when I could get injured? Like there is that point. So Liverpool's proven today that they are definitely a fantastic team, and whatever they are fantastic. As a late goal has gone in at Vicarage Road, Everton have come from 2-0 down to lead 3-2. Theo Walcott,
wow,
ex-Saint Theo Walcott has scored in the 90th minute.
Blimey. Ralph looking very disappointed with his side. You can see there's a close-up to him. Strided, looking disappointed with what he's seen from his side today. And you've got to say 0-0 coming into the first half and then 4-0 into the second half. You look over the two halves and you think that's not a fair performance, but in the second half we have been completely outplayed.
Yeah.
Whether it's a 4-0 completely outplayed half, I'm not... Okay, yeah, you've probably got to say it's 4-0 because they have had 4 chances to score and they've got 4 goals. But you've got to say in the second half we haven't created too many great chances, and the best chance we had of winning this game was in the first half, and we should have taken the half chances we've got.
That's unlucky from Buffon, though.
Yeah. How many half chances would you say, or chances we had in the first half?
You've got to say had 5 or 6 half chances, or complete chances, and
yeah.
In the years.
We said that there's not the confidence. I think 4 in the back of the net will now
that will damage.
Will damage because
there will be damage
now that takes a dent to goal difference as well, which is disappointing. We obviously know retrieving the goal difference from a 9-0 defeat was obviously going to be difficult, but now we've been set back 4 goals as well. I know you shouldn't aim to try and damage control, but I think leaking a last goal in the 90th minute is disappointing just in the second half because, and I definitely don't want anything here. Just make sure, blocked by Stevens. Salah now go through, and Firmino, little dink now. It's got to go by
how
Højlund.
The league table looks now. So Liverpool go 22 points clear at the that is full time. So it stayed at 4-0. Liverpool go 22 points clear at the top of the table, with Man City having a game in hand, which is ridiculous. Any other chance? Sheffield United are up to 5th, which is fantastic for them. What an amazing season they're having. Everton are up to 9th after their late victory at
Everton are up to 9th.
Vicarage Road. That just shows how tight it is. The fact that us and Everton, when we played each other, that was a relegation battle. They thought the loser of that was going to go down, and now we're 11th and they're 9th. That shows how close it is.
Interesting to see. I'd love to know what Klopp is saying to Ralph, because they've had a big discussion straight after the game. I don't know if you've seen that, Tiz, but a good 20 seconds of a chat between them. Ralph laughing about... it's safe to assume that probably Ralph has been...
Do you think Klopp's just gone, can I take Danny back? Do you think that's...
I just thought 4. I don't think they quite need him.
We dropped down to 11th below Newcastle because of goal difference. Didn't Newcastle get a draw in the end?
They drew 0-0.
Yeah, they drew against Norwich. So that's not really a great result for Norwich either. We're a point above Arsenal, but they've got a game in hand. Palace have gone down in the table as well. Bournemouth are out of the relegation zone after I think they've held Villa 2-1 even with 10 men.
Finished 2-1
Villa go down to 17th, and West Ham are down to 18th now after drawing with Brighton. So
that West Ham game is going to be ever more important now as well.
West Ham, Watford and Norwich are the bottom 3 at the moment. West Ham sit on 24, Watford on 23, and Norwich are on 18 points. We're on 31. So 7 points clear of the relegation zone. If we continue to perform how we have been performing... if we perform how we have been performing, and West Ham don't pick up in form, I think if we beat West Ham, that should be us clear. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
That's a real sucker punch to West. They 3-0 up or 3-2-1.
They were 3-1 up. They were 3-1 up, and they drew 3-3.
Especially, I agree. But 7 points, as long as we get 36 points. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think us losing 4-0 here, I think it's good that we've now got a game on Wednesday. It could be good and bad, because if we show a reactionary performance, we're back in that form. But the problem is if we lose, then that's back-to-back losses. But then again, they are against 2 of the big 6 teams. We can't read too much into this, in my opinion, even if we do lose against Tottenham. So it's that game against Burnley on the 12:30. Is it the 12:30 kickoff? On the Saturday, that's when we can really see.
You know what? I'm just going to mention it here. You know what I said about the explain their decision, like the Mina goal. They say after review, the assist for Mina's second goal has been awarded to Holgate. Holgate's shot is saved, rebounding to Mina for his effort on goal. Like, so they've explained their decision. Surely that would be so much better if the Premier League, after their decision in VAR, say the Danny Ings decision was not overturned due to the fact the decision made by the referee at the point was not deemed as a clear and obvious error.
But I do think it has to be communication from
much
the
better.
FA, and it also has to be the willingness of the fans, because the fans really haven't given VAR a chance. It's not like they gave it 6 months to be implemented. They gave it like 2 weeks, and that's just not enough. And VAR is around to stay. VAR will work at some point, and you just have to give it a chance, and you have to be willing to learn about VAR and learn when it's implemented. Because it is
but do
always
you know what
implemented.
makes me laugh? Have you seen the clip of the 2010 World Cup commentary? And it's of 2 commentators saying that the player isn't offside. No, they called it that he was offside. He was so clearly offside. Yada yada yada. But the actual decision was the goalkeeper was ahead of the player or something like that, and it meant that he was. I think it was actually offside. Actually, no, that's what it was. Yeah, the linesman called an offside call because it's the last man, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And the goalkeeper came out for the punch and was further out than the last man. And the commentators going, "Oh, that's a rubbish decision. It should be overturned." Yada yada yada. But it's because they didn't actually know the rules, and that's live commentators not knowing the rules and commentating on the World Cup, the biggest thing in football. It happens, doesn't it? Like there are people that skips past, and that's live. That's live commentators getting the decision wrong. It happens sometimes, and the people will have to give VAR a go and make sure they do actually know the rules, and they do give it a chance. But it will take a long time. It won't be instantaneous. It will take a lot of time to get used to.
After Spuds in the 4th round replay on Wednesday night, the next 5 are Burnley, Villa, West Ham, Newcastle, Norwich. Now, those 5 games, they're all winnable fixtures. They're all going to be tough, but they're all winnable fixtures. Yeah. And if we get good results in all 5 of those games, I think our season will be complete, and I don't think we'd have to worry about relegation. And knowing how the season is going, those 5 games, if we win them, we could be in Europe. Those 5 games, if we lose them, we could be back in the relegation zone. So, it is just important to take one game at a time. Like, Burnley is the next massive fixture. It's whether you go in and try and get through to the next round of the FA Cup, or you just try and get Burnley, which is 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday. A win there, we go 4 points ahead of Burnley, and that is fantastic if we can
4
do
points
that.
ahead of Burnley. Now, are you going to that game, Mikey?
I'm going to that game, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going on my own because my mother has.
I don't know whether we'll leave these streams just for away games or whether we will.
Just whenever people are about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because to be fair, I think it might be best to keep it just away games. As Mikey, to be fair, the stream has been pretty stable today, and that's down to Mikey's supercomputer that we sometimes.
Woo!
So to be fair, I feel like I might not be able to support it all on my own on my laptop. Just so, possibly we might just leave it to away days then, because they're good fun. I've really enjoyed myself. I thought it's good fun. Yeah. We will be recording a reaction podcast. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I feel like it might be a nice time to wrap it up after this.
I just think against Tottenham, there's no need to rest players before the game, so we should go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. You did your best robot. I must say that was pretty good with the squeaks and boops. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, it has been really fun to do this live stream, and we've had a good amount of people on there. So make sure you subscribe, because we may do this again. And like I said, if you are new around here and you have just been watching for the first time, we're mainly a podcast channel, but we're just trying to do these live streams. So have a look on our YouTube. You can see we're doing highlights now of the podcasting clips, and you can make sure you subscribe with the bell on as well, because it means you'll get to see us whenever we live stream or put posts out. Normally they're around 10 minutes for like highlights of the actual podcast, and then the live streams will most likely be away days when we're all around and we can stream. So is there anything else that you guys want to add?
I've said everything on that's news pieces.
Yeah, and Twitter as well. Most of our updates and things like.
5 of my 8 teams came in.
5 of your 8. Actually, I'll have a look at that.
Grimsby, Leeds, and Newcastle let me down.
I'll see who let me down as well.
Why? No, that's no.
Newcastle let me down. Leeds let me down. So again, 3 3 of those teams let me down.
I think 5 out of 8 isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
It's not horrendous.
But yeah, if I can give you any tips on, but if you want my betting tips, don't. Pretty much, yeah. Like it's rubbish. We only did it for a bit of fun, a bit of to see how we did. But only bet what you're willing to lose. Really, like 10p, I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's a mugs game. Don't bother. But yeah, there we go. We'll be coming out with a reaction podcast. So if you subscribe, we'll have a highlight of what came out in the reaction podcast. Also we'll kind of go through the main points, but we'll probably do a next away day. When's the next away day?
2 weeks time, isn't it? Because you've got. Wait, I had the fixtures up. Why have I got rid of them?
Burnley. So Burnley's at home. Villa's at home.
West Ham's
away.
the away one. So Tizard will be doing that live stream on his own.
We may not live stream that just because if there's only one person, which is Tizard, may not do that.
The one after that, closest to that, is Norwich on the 14th of March.
You two could possibly stream the Tottenham game if you guys are interested in it.
I'm working. I don't know how many.
We should probably have this discussion off air, shouldn't we? But we're not streaming to people. If you have stuck around, thank you very much for listening. And check out our podcast if you want to hear it. If you haven't for the first time, but yeah, if you are interested as well, make sure you subscribe. And thank you very much for listening. It's been good fun. So it's been me, Ollie. You can see it from the post, but I've also been joined by Harry. Say goodbye, Tiz. Yeah,
see you later.
See you later. And Mikey, make sure you say goodbye as well. But thank you, and we'll end it there.